What up? What up? This is Derek from Real Social Dynamics. If you can hear me well, type in the comment box where you're listening from. Where's the comment box at here? Cambridge, UK. We live. What up? Donovan, Eric, Claude, Christian, Daniel, David, Matt. Goddamn, Lorenzo. Hey guys. So here's what's up. We got we got a special moment in RSD history today. We got a special moment. You see, we got 834 people live right now already. And we're going to have, this is the biggest live event. The biggest live event. Austin, Texas, I see you. Italy. Atlanta, I was just in Atlanta. New York, I'm there right now. The biggest live event in RSD history, guys. And we had, I was pretty surprised by the number of people that showed up. I knew there's a lot of interest in business. People ask me business questions constantly when I go to my live events. And I get a lot of emails about business. People want business coaching, et cetera, et cetera. And I've never done that before, but I just had a chat at the last executive meeting. I had a chat with the boys and told them, you know what, we ought to do a fucking business thing for the guys. That a lot of people ask questions about that topic. So I'm here for you, and here we are. Real quick, we're going to get started in just a minute, but I want to take a moment out to point out, we've been doing this for like 17 years. It's not even our main thing. Over 900. We're going to have over 1,000 people on here today. We're going to have way over 1,000 people on here today. See what it turns out to. I'm curious what the top number will be. But anyway, I've been doing this like 17 years. I've been helping RSD with their business, helped grow their company from nothing, from just a little startup that had literally no revenue, a few $1,000s to over $1 million a month in revenue, and the largest business, a global leader in our little niche. So super excited to help you guys with a couple things, share some thoughts. They're going to help you get fucking financial abundance. Do you like financial abundance? Would you give a fucking shout out to financial abundance? Would you mind having the freedom to do what the hell you'd like to do? Travel as you'd like to, spend time with people that you want to spend time with, and never have to spend time with people that suck. Shout out to financial abundance. While we're on here, when you have useful comments or questions come to mind, go ahead and type those in the comment box. And I got my buddy here. He's on fuck yeah, financial abundance. I got my buddy here. He's going to moderate the comments well for me, and let me know what are the things that are going to be the most useful. We're going to do a Q&A later. So I wanted to talk about whatever's going to be most useful to the group. Pop up questions there, but I really want to help you guys with, whatever your current career or business dilemmas are. I'm really excited to help a few with those, specifics today. And finally, before we get started, let's make sure the right people are here. The wrong people, they ain't here. They don't belong here. So, as we approach about 1,000 people live on the call. If you stumbled on here accidentally, maybe your mom signed you up because she has hopes one day that the weed smell and video game sounds in her basement could fucking disappear. Maybe she's trying to get you out of the house. If you're one of those guys, probably success is not for you. Probably you're not going to do too well, and probably success is not for you. So, if you think video game playing and weed smoking, that's a lifestyle that's going to get you success or have a good outcome. Go back to your video game, bro. Smoke some weed, bro. Just stay there, man. Just make sure you don't reproduce, man. Hey, castrate yourself. Make sure you don't reproduce, and no need to clutter up the comment box or clutter up the earth. It's a great opportunity to reduce your carbon footprint and do the world a solid. What I'm really excited about, what I can do for the rest of you that are serious about living an even better life, a life of even greater abundance, more financial freedom. So I can really help you today get a clear path on what's going to take you to execute to get that shit. And business is a team sport, man. If you ain't a team player, it ain't gonna be for you. You're not gonna be successful in business. You're not gonna be. It's like the girl stuff. Over 1,000. We just broke 1,000 people live on here. I think it's gonna be significantly more. We'll see how it shakes out. But 1,000 people live on here. We just sent out a couple emails. We just sent out a few emails. A little, not a heavy marketing push. And we have over 3,000 people signed up. And for those of you that know how a webinar is, that an industry standard, you'd be really lucky if 15% of people showed up. You'd be doing really well. So we had over 3,000 signups, and I wouldn't be surprised if we have 1,200 or more on this thing today, but over 1,000, man. Take a moment to think about that. Um, what I can do for you, the rest of you that are dead serious, you want to get your fucking life in order. You want to have financial freedom. You want to have freedom to do whatever the hell you want. You want to have a better path in your career. Maybe you want to have your own business, help grow something from scratch, join somebody else's business in a higher capacity. Oh, that's kind of what I do, man. And I'm really excited to help you guys. And some common threads in this group that you're already like way above average people. For your age, you're already well above average. And you want to have every tip, trick, and tactic, sure, but you also want to have like this the fundamental processes, the fundamental thoughts in order that you're going to be able to have an even better life than you currently do. So I'm proud of who you are. I'm proud of you that are here. Then they're trying to become more. I'm really excited that I get to be a part of that. And let's dig in just a level deeper. My team told me that there's a couple hundred women. It says something like 10% of the signups for the webinar today are females. And for most people, the RSD audience traditionally, for those that aren't familiar, and some of the women that are on here, give a shout out if there's a female on here. If there's a woman on here serious about your future, you're going to have your own money, you're going to have your own independence, and maybe you're going to tell a man what to do. Maybe you're going to tell some men what to do. Maybe you're going to run their life for them. But if you're a woman on here, give a shout out for looking for your own independence and doing your own fucking thing, and having some motherfucker says I used to be a woman. Man, reduce your carbon footprint, bro. Reduce your carbon footprint. Just end it right now. Here's what's up, man. For the women on here, if you don't know about RSD, if you're not sure about the RSD Dare community, let me just give you a little bit of context that, most of the guys on this webinar are going to be pretty successful guys. And the majority of my clients, the guys that I work with every week, most of them are college graduates. All of them are talented in some way. They might have gone to college, might not have, but all of them are very talented and good at something. And there's a lot of professional people, doctors, lawyers, business people, attorneys, all that. A lot of entrepreneurs come and work with me. I also get a lot of talented like tradesmen, military men, a lot of engineers, computer guys, some athletes, musicians, and it's a really good group of guys. I don't have like the average RSD clientele don't really fuck with me. It's like the best of the best come fuck with me. And if you're interested in finding those type of guys, you're in the right place. You're going to find those people here. If you're the type of guys that got good shit going on, like just drop your profession in the thread. What are you guys doing? We got an engineer, opera singer. What are you guys doing? Shout out your profession, or what is your business? What is your profession? What are you currently doing with your time? I'm sure the women that come to the webinar are here for the same reasons. That they want to have a better life. They want to have some real shit going on, and I'm excited to link you guys together. But why is Ronda Rousey on the screen? What is a DNB? You guys don't know what DMB? Ronda says, "Don't be a do nothing bitch." And if you're a man or a woman, make sure you're not a do nothing bitch. Make sure you're on top of something. Make sure you're getting fucking shit done, accomplishing your goals in life. But let's get started on that right now. What are you going to get from this webinar? Why are you here? Why do you care? What are you going to get from the webinar? During the webinar, I'm going to show you how to do a deep psychology dive, man. I'm going to help you do it. I'm going to help you learn the things of they're going to influence people. They're going to help my clients get raises, promotions, close deals, how to get ahead in your current profession to get that job, to get an edge over your competition that you want, man. And, for a lot of you, it's like, how are we going to engineer just higher status in general? How are we going to get higher pay? How are we going to get you ahead in your current organization? And ultimately, what do you want to do? You want to stay in your current organization? Probably not, unless you own it. And even if you do own it, you probably wouldn't mind having more. So you probably want to leave your current organization and find an even better opportunity. Probably ultimately, you want to have your financial freedom and never have a fucking employer again. And, my biggest motivation for doing this webinar today is maybe the most important thing I tell you is like, I want you to be able to fire your boss. So whether you know it or not, you are the boss. You are the boss of your life. You're the CEO of your life. And I want you to fire your current employer. And I want you to take full responsibility for your outcomes. I want you to be like, you know what? We might have an employer. You might have an employer that's going to, that might be the person that writes your paycheck. You don't have a boss. You are your boss. And I want you to fire your current boss. I want you to take responsibility for your outcomes. know that even if you get a paycheck from somebody, you're still working independently. You're still the CEO of your life, and nobody cares about your outcomes more than you, man. And as soon as you take that personal responsibility, as soon as you know, like, you know what, if I'm supposed to get a promotion or a raise, it's on me to make that shit happen. If I'm supposed to have my own business, nobody's gonna hand that shit to you. You gotta go build that shit. But the good news is probably a lot easier than you think, man. I fired my boss 20 years ago on December 19th, 1998 was my last day as an employee. And I'm 39 years old now. And when I was 19, I realized, my work was holding me back. I got a lot of promotions. I got little raises and shit in my little peasant job. But my work was holding me back. I thought to myself, man, if I work just as hard on my own projects, how much money would I be making in the future? And, this year might suck or something, but how much money would I be making in my future? How important would that be to the rest of my life if I was willing to say no to showing up to my little peasant job and just focus on my education and focus on my execution on my own projects? And that was a thought that really changed my life, man. I really hope to change some of your lives. I hope to help you change your own damn life today, and inspire some of you to make that type of change. We just hit 1,100. Look at that, boys. You get 1,100 people on your webinar. Creating financial freedom, man, it's really a lot. It's a lot easier than a lot of people would have you think. Your employer don't want you thinking about financial freedom. Your employer wants you thinking about fucking whatever bullshit they want you to do today. And the rest of society, like when other people are going to their bullshit job, like they don't want you thinking about financial freedom so you can rub it in their face and remind them that they don't have any. People don't want to hear that shit, man. People don't enjoy that. That it just makes them remember, like, here's a man, here's a woman, here's somebody who's like, strong and dominant and thinking for themselves that they're going to go build a fucking better life than I got. And people don't really fucking appreciate having that shit rubbed in their face, man. So they don't, including the media. You realize that media people have jobs too. The chode reporter, chode journalist. What do you think a journalist gets paid, man? You think a journalist gets paid something? They don't get paid shit, man. So like, people in the media, people in society, like there is real social conditioning trying to keep somebody in their normal little spot, man. There is real social conditioning. The people ain't trying to have you, smear it in their face that you're going to go do something exceptional and they're going to go do something average. And, let's talk about money for a little bit. Like, money is nothing more than an idea and some execution. It's just an idea and some execution. Like, if you had an idea in the past, if you had a good idea and you already executed on it for a couple of years, you would have more money. You would have more money already. Like, all it is an idea and execution. The greatest thing that money can ever buy you is your personal freedom. What the fuck is more valuable than that? What's more valuable to you than like the freedom to be around all the people you want to be and none of the people that you don't want to be? What's more important to you than the freedom to like eat what you want and go what you want and take care of your friends and your loved ones the way you'd like to, and don't have to worry again, not even the slightest, about how you're going to pay the bills? I think that's ultimate freedom, man. I don't think there's anything more important than like that money can buy you. There's nothing money can buy you more important than your personal freedom. And there's a lot of poor people that more money, and they think somehow like rich people are evil because they want more money. Man, all they want is more freedom. You want more control of your future, and that's the number one thing money gets you, is like you control your future, you control your destiny, and ultimately you get to control your destiny of like how people are going to remember you, your legacy rather. You get to control your legacy of like how people are going to remember you and what are people going to think about you once you're gone, man. And like I don't know what the hell is better than that. I'm going to say some bullshit to you right now, but I think I'm going to make a case that's so clear to you before the end of this webinar that I think many of you are going to be making plans to pay me $497, probably $997 to join me live in an event that I'm hosting to help you learn the right mindsets and get every fucking advantage possible to help you plan your own financial freedom. Let me just say that again. Why am I so confident? Why am I confident that a lot of guys on here, you're going to pay me? Let me say it again, boldly and shamelessly. You're going to pay me $497, $997, because I'm going to help you with your financial freedom. I'm going to help you get every fucking advantage possible to get a raise, to get a promotion, to get the fucking fat ass bonus check, to leave your current job, go find a fucking better life for yourself. Either have a higher end job, fire your current employer and get paid a lot more in a different place that appreciates and respects you more, pays you what you're actually worth, or just go create your own fucking business and make a lot more fucking money. So, why am I confident about that? Like, that might sound like a lot of money, $500, $1,000. That might sound like a lot of money to a lot of people. But it's not a lot of money to me. And when you execute on the insights I'm going to share with you today, you're going to agree it's not going to be a lot of money for you either, man. Well, money is just an idea and some execution. And if I helped you with your ideas, if I helped you execute, get an extra $10,000 this year, you're going to be real happy to share $997 with me. If I help you make an extra $100,000 this year, would that be worth $997? You know it fucking would. If I help you make an extra $100,000, you want to pay me that? You'd be delighted to. If I help you get your first million or your next million, you'd be fucking delighted to pay $997, and you'll write me a thank you for it later. So I helped contribute just a little something that that ended up getting you your ultimate financial freedom, put you on the path to get your fucking to just do what you want with your life, man. To just ball hard and do whatever you want. You're gonna thank me, man. You're gonna fucking thank me for making the best investment you ever made in your life, and that's an investment in your future. I'm gonna give you a warning real quick. Like, as you see, there's like 1,150 people on the webinar right now, and the audience. The RSD guys are action takers. So I'm just giving you a little preface. Is we're gonna have a couple live events I'm gonna tell you about later. We have a lot of content to go through first, but there's gonna be a lot of demand for this. There's gonna be huge demand for people who want to do this. And you're going to want to jump on this immediately. When I tell you about that special offer, you are going to want to jump on it immediately. And does that sound shameless? Yes. Is it also true? Yes, it is. Look at the number of people here. And we just got 2 small conference rooms, so the space is going to be limited, and you're going to want to be a part of this. But one last thing here is you're also definitely going to want to stay to the end of the webinar. I'm going to share 2 very special gifts of knowledge with you. That, when you implement this, it's going to change your financial future, man. It's going to change your financial future. It's going to change your entire worldview. It's going to help you get rid of some of the low-level anxieties, some of the tensions that you might feel right now, tensions about money, tensions about your freedom, what your future is going to be, what your legacy is going to be like. And, there's probably about like 10 major elements or beliefs that you need to really master financial freedom. I'm going to share 2 of those, 2 major epiphanies that either one of them will put you well on your path to having a much higher quality life. And, one of those is going to be about being an employee, but not just a normal employee. I want you to be like invaluable to your employer. I want you to be the most fucking super employee that person has. And, if you do that, if you follow this one little tip I'm going to share with you later, if you do that consistently, you're going to be getting consistent promotions and raises over your current peers at work. You're going to advance so fast in your organization that like your former coworker is going to hate you. Your former coworker is going to be envious of the special treatment you get, of the raises, the promotions, and the advantages you have that they simply don't, because they're too fucking stupid to get that information, to execute on it. But if you stay until the end, you're going to have that information today. The second thing I'm going to share with you, it's going to be how to leverage the social resources you already have to get that complete financial freedom quickly. Either of these tips are going to help make a massive difference to your outcomes, man. So stick around for both. You're going to thank me later. If you do nothing else, man, and I just told you about this one thing, if you implement either one of these, you're going to be a fucking fantastic employee. You're going to fucking be balling out of control, man. And, you didn't come here to be an employee. I think you came here for bigger things than that. But the worst thing that's going to happen if you implement this is, you're going to have a fucking fantastic status in your fucking current profession. You're going to be doing real good. So stay until the end. You're going to be very happy. I got a lot more to share with you. But let's dig into that. For people that don't know a lot about me or my history, it's like, look, I've done this dating coaching stuff with RSD for a little while. Mostly I've been on their board of directors. I helped build their business from nothing to the global leader in our space. And, the revenue I get from RSD is it's like 10% of my income, 8 point something, 9% of my income, man. It's not a big deal, but it is the most fun thing that I ever did in my life. And I am the highest paid live dating coach in the world. I'm the most in-demand guy in the entire world that help the most clients and the most successful clients all around the globe get this part of their life together. It's been the most fun and most fucking satisfying hobby in my entire life. What I did with most of my life is, man, I'm a nerd like a lot of you. I spent a lot of years in college. I spent about 9 years in universities because I had scholarship money to stay there for free, or half price. And I took advantage of that shit. And I took a lot of classes. I went to graduate school like some of you have. And, I graduated from University of Chicago, which is, it's not my opinion, but just the opinion of, Financial Times and The Economist and U.S. News and World Report. That's the #1 business school on earth. I consulted with a lot of other companies. I helped them save millions of dollars. More importantly, I helped them create many more millions of dollars. And most importantly to you is I can help you accomplish your financial goals as well, man. So shout out to you, Chicago, where fun goes to die. If you type in Google where fun goes to die someday, you'll see my school come up. That's the serious people there. It's not a lot of fun happening. But one quick disclaimer is like the things that I can share with you, man. It's not some magic pill shit, man. And it's going to take you some time. It's going to take some things are an epiphany. You have a click in your head. You have a click in your head, and like that, you're going to have better outcomes, man. You're going to be fucking like, oh, you know exactly what to do and what you have to start executing on now to get the fucking outcomes that you most want. But when I first started, I had $700, and I turned $700 into several $1,000,000, and had a very good lifestyle along the way. Spent plenty of money along the way as well. So when I speak at Summit today, if I go to like a RSD World Summit event or Miami Summit, and by the way, if Miami Summit is next month, for those of you that aren't already signed up, you should definitely come to Miami Summit. But when I go do a talk there, I talk about pickups. I'm sure a lot of it I talk about some business stuff too, or just how to make your life better in general. And it's very common. I get $250,000, sometimes over $400,000 when I do a talk at those events. And if you want to be financially free, man, you got to start now. You got to start where you're at and fucking build this shit up. And I'm gonna help you with that. And sadly, I wish it was true. I wish I could just like digitally touch my cock to your shoulder. I wish I could just like a fucking queen with a sword. I wish I could just knight you with this pimping, knight you with the financial freedom. And I can't do that for you, bro. But what I can do is I can help you start your journey right now. And I can start instilling the conviction and communication skills in you that you must master to become a fucking closer, to get the shit that you fucking most want. So imagine what you'd be like a year from now, man. If we stick to the program here, imagine what your life can be like a year later, when if you can multiply your income this year, if you could implement a couple things even in your current job, and get 20% more, 50% more, maybe fucking multiply your income by switching to a different job, different industry even. Like, what would that be like later on? That you can walk into any business deal with confidence. You can command the money that you're really worth. I can't do no magic pill shit, man. But what I can help you do is like give you every advantage to get what you're really worth, and set you on the path of like not wasting time. Set you on the path of building the right skill sets, having all the social tools, the intellectual tools, all the resources that you need to go make the best fucking life that you could live to get for yourself, man. And when you hire your first assistant, your first employee, how much stress is that going to take off your shoulders? How much bandwidth is that going to give you to make impact and like to tackle big projects? And what's going to be like when you cultivate a whole team around you, like supports your mission and push each other together to get your fucking shared goals? A lot of this, there's a ton of overlap between, pickup and business. There's a ton of overlap, and both of these things are a team sport. A lot of you guys know you're going out by yourself. That's okay. You can do okay by yourself, but if you had a really great wingman, you better have no wingman than a fucking shitty wingman. But when you got a really great wingman, you're gonna fucking you're gonna have way better results than a guy who don't. In businesses like that too, man, you got to have a team around you where people that have like shared goals. You have to have that foundation. Any relationship that's going to last, it has to be built on a mutually beneficial foundation. It has to be two people that they have a goal and a vision in common, and they got synergies to help each other to attain those goals, to accomplish the most fucking important things in their life. And your life's going to be a lot better when you build that. I'm going to help you with that today. And I got a fucking team all over the globe, man. I got people in the Middle East. I got people in Europe, Australia, South America, all over North America, and we get shit done. When I travel, like any fucking city I go to in the world, half a dozen people will come travel there to be with me because they know I'm going to be able to fucking help them accomplish their goals. And when you get over that idea of the like short-sightedness or short-term selfishness, I think selfishness is okay, but goddamn it, be long-term selfish. Be selfish to do things that are, you're investing in your future. You're investing in the future of other people around you, and that's how you're going to get your biggest needs and biggest desires met in the long term. Is not short-sightedness and short-term selfishness. Is like being smart enough to make the right investments that people are going to be happy to invest in you. They're gonna need to spend time with you. It's going to be clear to them that the best thing they can do to accomplish their goals is they need to be around you. They need to be your inspiration. They need your guidance. They need your knowledge. They need access to your financial resources, social resources, etc. And that's how you're going to get the best business partners That's how you're going to get the very best outcomes with, your relationship with your friends, your business partners, and ultimately with your relationships with women too, man. And what? I got a little tech issue here. What do we got going on here, buddy? Make sure this is good here. Oh, cool. One other thing our boy Nietzsche, old Uncle Nietzsche, talked about. It's like humans are willing to tolerate a lot of suffering for the right cause, but there's nothing worse than suffering without cause. Who the fuck wants to suffer without reason, man? Who wants to tolerate, pain and suffering for no goddamn good reason? You gotta do tough things in a way that are gonna be, beneficial to you. Do a couple tough things right now. Make a couple decisions like, most of them are just psychological decisions of like, let me break free from the status quo. Let me break free from my current chains that are holding me captive so I can go do the shit that I actually want. And, most of that, again, is just social pressure that's going to hold you back. When you decide that you're going to not succumb to that short-term social pressure and go do fucking, engage in your long-term vision, take the steps, one foot in front of the other to go get that shit, you're going to be real happy, bro. And, your time is your most valuable asset. Your life is just a series of those little moments. Your life is just comprised of like little, moment after moment that when the clock ticks by. If you don't value your time, you don't value your life, man. Your life, your time is your most valuable financial asset. And I'm going to share with you, 3 major misconceptions that get in a lot of people's way that prohibit them, really bind them, hold them down from getting the financial freedom that they could have and that you can have yourself, bro. Let's dig into that. So 3 misconceptions about getting rich. Misconception 1, you got to work hard. Misconception 2, you have to save money. And misconception 3, that self-reliance is admirable. Let's break these down. Misconception 1, you're working hard. It's like, man, making money can be pretty fucking easy, man. Making money can be somewhat effortless. And if you're working hard on the right thing, that's fantastic. You're gonna get a lot of money. If you're working hard on the wrong thing, that's called bankruptcy, bro. If you're working hard on the wrong things, if you're escalating your commitment. One of my management professors used to say, escalating commitment to a losing course of action. If you're escalating your commitment to a fucking dead end, that ain't gonna help you, man. You're gonna come to that fucking bankruptcy. You come to a fucking hit a wall early, and you're not gonna progress past that, man. You gotta be making sure that you're working on the right things. You gotta make sure that not only are you working hard, but working hard ain't enough. You gotta have the right direction. And police officers work hard. Bricklayers work hard. Fucking garbage men probably work really hard, bro. But I don't know any rich police officers, and I don't know any bricklayers that are rich either. Now, I don't know any fucking garbage men at all. I don't know who spends time with garbage man, but these people ain't getting paid with what they could be. It's probably not the highest, best use of their time. More importantly, it's definitely not the highest and best use of your time, man. And the wrong ideas are going to ruin your life, but the right idea is going to lead you to being a fucking champion, a fucking hero. You're going to do very, very well for yourself. So let me help you with these right ideas in your head, man. The right ideas, they're going to lead to you having any sort of fucking lifestyle that you dream of. And you might ask yourself, like, Derek, where on earth am I going to find these right ideas? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly where in just a minute. But first about the execution part. You don't have to work hard forever, man. Like, you might have to work hard in the short term to find the right people, to train those people, to inspire other people to work hard for you. And that's great that you're here. Because where are you going to find a better trainer? Where are you going to be qualified to train those people if you don't learn something for yourself? So I'm going to help you break this down farther so you're able to train the right team, so you're able to have the right resources. They're going to get you the outcomes and results that you want, man. Misconception number 2, I got to save money. This was like a Depression era thing from like the 1930s, where this is like holdover from some of your grandparents or great grandparents where they're scared of the bank, so they're going to put money in a fucking, they're going to hide some money in their pillow, hide some money in a mattress or some shit. And saving money is not going to help you get rich, man. Like, the worst idea I ever had when I was young is that I needed to save money when I should have been investing that money even sooner and have a brighter future. And people that are stingy and short-sighted, man, that they're some of the most reviled people anywhere on earth. And, being like a grimy Scrooge on Christmas, if you want to guarantee you don't have any friends and you don't have the right team around you, be real stingy, man. Be real short sighted. But you're never going to get further than where you currently are thinking that way. Is you're going to be like little Gollum here. You're going to be like little Gollum holding his precious. You're not going to have the right team that's going to help you build the fucking success and the outcomes that be most relevant to balling fucking hard and having the best financial future, best fucking outcomes you could, man. Um, yeah, I think true wealth is the truth about wealth. I spent over $1 million on education. I spent a lot of money. I said I went to schools and shit. I went to good private schools for college. I wasn't always that way. Like for a lot of you guys know, like I was a high school dropout. I had a pretty awful childhood, and first world awful. It wasn't third world awful. It wasn't true poverty, but I grew up in American poverty, and I thought that's so fucked that I was just willing to do whatever it takes to get far away from that and build a better life for myself. And some of you people came from a worse place than I did. A lot of them came from a better place. But I just know this, that like wherever you came from, that, if you're the biggest sticking point people that had easy life is they don't have that same dire motivation. If you came from a shitty place, use that motivation to help propel you forward. If you came from a better place, man, use the advantages and resources you got around you. Use those advantages to, get every bit, get every fucking increment of advantage out of that. And I'm going to help you with that, man. But, anybody understands like the most basic math knows like investing in your future when you're young is going to yield you the most bountiful returns. And, every day of the rest of your life, you're going to get those returns. And like, this is why we send kids to school when they're still kids, man. You don't send, you don't send old people to school. We don't let them have a life of stupidity and failure and then send them to school when they're senior citizens to try to educate them about something. It's too late then, man. The better education you have early in life, the better outcomes you're going to have. And I think the best thing that you can invest in is your education. Any investment in your future self is going to get you the experiences, the social network, the intellectual resources to go develop those financial resources. Like that's what's going to let you break free and do whatever you want, live the type of life you want to have, man. And the one problem with this, the one problem is like a lot of people got blind spots. And they think, think of what a blind spot is. Like a blind spot is something by definition that you just can't see. It's something you're unaware of. And most people carry those blind spots around them for their entire life. That's why they have all these troubles in their life. A lot of people end up working for minimum wage. A lot of people end up working for a mediocre wage. I want you to be earning the maximum wage. We're supposed to be getting the maximum wage, not the minimum wage. That's not some mediocre wage, the fucking maximum wage. How are you going to do that? If you're serious about earning the maximum wage available to you, you got to find coaches, you got to find guidance to help you banish some of that current ignorance and blind spots and fucking ball hard and get the things you want, man. If Michael Jordan and Michael Phelps, Tiger Woods, these guys need coaches. At the peak of their career, they had a team of coaches that's going to help them get what they want, help them fucking win championship after championship. Well, if you and I are going to be peak performers, we got to have that too. And I knew that early, and that's why I invested so much money, not only in academic education, but a lot of self-help programs, a lot of travel. I spent a lot of money. I spent over $30,000 every year just on memberships to various organizations that, help me meet people and keep me connected. The type of people that I want to be around, the type of people that I know are going to be the allies and team members that I need to accomplish my biggest goals. So if you're too stingy and too short-sighted to invest in your future, to paraphrase Charlie Munger's, Warren Buffett's business partner, like it's like if you're not thinking deeply about those key drivers that will lead to your success over your competitors, you're going to be at a grave advantage, man, because your competitors that are thinking deeply, they're going to surpass you, and you're going to be in a disadvantage, just like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, as he often says. Misconception number 3. That self-reliance is admirable. Well, it is in some ways. That sounds nice. That that whole self-reliance thing, that sounds really great. So I'm gonna do everything by myself. I'm gonna do everything by myself. But the thing is, like I mentioned earlier, is like business is a team sport, bro. Business is a team sport. And if your biggest goals are so small, if your ideas are so small that you'd be able to execute on themselves, you need bigger goals. You need to have bigger ideas, man. You can't if you could accomplish your biggest dreams all by yourself, you ain't thinking big enough. You got to dream bigger, man. There's a lot more potential in you than you're giving yourself credit for right now, if that's the sort of mindset you're in. I know most of you aren't thinking that way. For the few that are, it's crazy, bro. It's like, business is a team sport. Why doesn't fucking Jeff Bezos, bro? Why doesn't he deliver every fucking Amazon package? Why don't fucking, Jeff stop by the crib, drop off your fucking Vagisil wipes or, dildos and toilet paper, whatever motherfuckers order. Why doesn't he just fucking drop that shit off himself, every single package? He ain't got time for that shit, bro. Why ain't he doing that? Because he got fucking bigger things to work on. He got bigger shit to do. He don't have time for that, man. But what he did do is he built a fucking fantastic team around him, and through much trouble and effort, through a lifetime of fucking hustle, he's able to thrust himself into fucking success. He's the most fucking richest dude in the world right now. We'll see how that divorce shakes out. He's doing fucking good, man. And if you think you're gonna figure it out by yourself, if you think self-reliance is so admirable, you're gonna do everything by yourself, like no, you're not, man. No, nobody gets to do that. If you were smart enough to figure it out by yourself, you would have done it already. And like the sooner you put aside your ego and admit to yourself that you're not currently qualified to have any more success than you're currently receiving, say that again. Sooner you put aside your ego and admit to yourself that you're not currently qualified to have any more success than you're currently receiving, then you're going to be able to actively seek out the mentors and alliances that you need. That's when the floodgates are going to open. That's when you're going to have true financial success, true financial abundance. You're going to be well on your way to living a very ideal life. Our boy Brian Tracy says, your success in life is going to be directly proportional to the size of the obstacles you're able to overcome. And we got to get you the guidance to overcome those obstacles. The main things are getting the barriers between you and where you'd like to be. It's just a couple thoughts, man. It's just a couple thoughts. So we're going to do some Q&A in just a minute, and I'm going to get you those two big pieces that I promised you earlier. But type your questions in. Get the best questions. You got those organized? What are get questions in order so I can help these guys out here. What do we got? So how to handle friends that would hold you back. Man, you get rid of them. You ain't got time for people that are going to hold you back, man. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. It's not your friend. How do you handle friends who would hold you back? It's not your friend. It's not your friend. If somebody that would hold you back is not your friend. And, you need to be around people that they're going to encourage your dreams. They're going to support your fucking dreams. They're going to help you accomplish stuff. Let me tell you a quick story from childhood. Let me tell you a real quick story of my friends from childhood. Man, some of those guys ain't doing shit. 3 of them are dead. My 6 closest friends, 3 are dead, and 2 of them are in prison. And if I would have kept hanging out with those guys, it wouldn't have been good. You got to make a break from some of your current friends. And I begged those people to come with me. I begged my friends to fucking come with. When I wanted to go to college, when I took a GED test to go back to school, I told my friends, man, let's go do this together. And, they made fun of me for it. Not only did they not come along, they made fun of me for it. And, when I graduated college, I still didn't fucking want to go. They still didn't see the value of that. One of the dumbest things I ever heard in my life, I still remember many years later, one of my buddies, he's from childhood, he's not my friend anymore, but he said to me once, he's like, man, why you spend all that time and all that money in, education, going to school? It's like, what do they do in college anyway, man? All they do is read some books. So what's in a book, man? That's just somebody's opinion. I got my own opinions. to think that your opinion or your friend's opinion is on point with, a subject matter expert that spent their whole life working to, a brilliant mind's life work, all wrapped up in a book that you can buy for not much. It's amazing. It's astounding. A person that thinks there's no value there is, fuck those people, bro. So, I begged my friends to come to college with me. I begged them, when I say beg, I mean, I asked them over 100 times. I'm like, hey, come work on this business project with me. Hey, we're going to go get money, man. We're going to go get this money. Come work on this business project with me. They're like, nah, man, I'm doing my own thing. But yeah, man, they were doing their own thing, but they ain't doing nothing now. So, I had to leave those people behind. They left themselves behind. I begged them to come with, and, I made a better life for myself. They left themselves behind. So, somebody that's holding you back, that ain't your friend, man. Get rid of those people and get some new friends. How can I find the right sort of people to surround myself with? That's another question on here. How can I find the right sort of people to surround myself with? You know, you got to go to where there's a high concentration of them. Why do you go to the nightclub to find hot girls? Oh, because that's where there's a lot of hot girls at. There's a lot of hot girls go to the nightclub. You know, why do you pay a cover charge when you go to the nightclub? Why do the hotter girls go to a place when there's a cover charge? Because it keeps the losers out. Cover charge is your best friend. The cover charge is the best goddamn thing that ever happened to guys in pickup. Is you know here's the mechanism. You're not paying to get in. You're paying to keep the wrong people out. You keep paying to keep people that aren't serious, that would be there causing trouble, starting a fight, you know, being reckless or spilling some shit on you. Those people aren't allowed to go to the best venues. So, you know, it's why I just said a little bit ago, you know, I spend over 30,000. I probably spent close to 40,000 this year on various memberships to, you know, entrepreneurial organizations, etc. Why do I do that? Because, you know, that's where the good people are. That's where people that I can meet great mentors, get great guidance, and make sure I'm engaging in the best practices daily. So whatever your goals are, whatever the specific type of people you want to meet, you got to go where there's a high concentration of them. So, you know, that I love the RSD audience because of that. That, you know, it's not everybody, but on my boot camp, you know, I don't even let losers on boot camp. I don't want some losers' money. I don't want their money. I can't tolerate the chance that some of their pussiness or loserness might rub off on me. We're over 1,200 people, by the way. Look at that. You got over 1,200 people on there with us. But you can't tolerate having the wrong people around you, man. It'll poison your life. It'll poison your whole life if you allow it. You can't let it happen. So, you know, yeah, pay cover charge. Go to, you know, what is a cover charge? That's like, you know, university tuition. You know, when I went to business school for grad school, I hadn't had a job for many years. It's like a decade or something since I had a job when I started grad school. And I didn't go there for, you know, a lot of people go there for a career change. I didn't go to graduate school for a career change. I went to graduate school because I valued education, and I wanted to be around other people that, you know, had the best education in business. And, you know, some of my classmates are, you know, some of them are very, very significant people already, and they're going to be like literally the global leaders in our fucking lifetime. They're going to run the biggest companies, some of them private, some of them will be publicly traded companies. But I wanted to be around business leaders, so I went to a place where they are. I wanted to be around business leaders, so I go to, you know, entrepreneurial events where people are running shit at high level. So wherever it is, you know, if you want hot girls, go to a place where hot girls are. Why do the hot girls go to the club with the cover charge? Again, it gets rid of the losers. So I think a cover charge is your best friend. You're not paying to get in, you're paying to keep the wrong people out. And that's fantastic. That's the best damn mechanism in the universe. How do you turn $700 into a lot more? You know, I had to find good mentors, man. That's why I was just talking about this a moment ago. Like, that's why I bothered to go to college. That's why I bothered to invest in a lot of travel. To, you know, there's one time that there's a man that I wanted to meet that I was trying to get a hold of him. I was trying to schedule a meeting together for 3-4 months, and it's not that he didn't want to spend time with me, but he's just busy. He got a lot of shit going on. This guy's making a lot of money. He's got you know, more than $100 million net worth, and a lot of very important things happening. But it was very valuable to me to meet with this gentleman. And one time he told me, he's like, you know, hey man, I'm going to be in Hong Kong, and you know, if you're over here, I could free up a couple hours. We could go to lunch, etc. And I'm like, no problem. And I said, I'm going to be over there anyway. This is fantastic, no problem. And I had no plans to go to fucking Hong Kong, but I booked a ticket to Hong Kong, and I flew 16 hours across the world, and we went to lunch together, and I paid for the lunch, and I fucking flew, you know, 16 hours back home, you know, 14 and a half hours back home the next day, and it was a fucking fantastic investment. And you know, some people be like, you know, oh, you know, to fly across the world to have lunch. Well, yeah, that helped me make a lot of fucking money, and that helped me with a social contact that literally changed my life. So, you know, you got to be able to take opportunities. You got to be willing. You know, you are able. You are able, by the way. You got to be willing to take opportunities when the right opportunities present themselves. Another person asks, you know, do you recommend getting an MBA? I'm like, well, yeah, if you can go to a top school, there's no permutation of reality where you could go to a fucking top school and not find a way to get your money back. And I think there's 3 bullet points that I would address there. You know, the 3 pieces of value about a college degree, especially from a quality school, is like, if you go to a top 20 school in the world, it ain't gotta be the number 1 school. If you can go to a top 20 school, the social network that you would get, the peer group itself, if you didn't learn fucking thing there, if you never graduated and you never learned a fucking thing, the people that you would be around, that by itself would be worth the cost of tuition and the opportunity cost of your time to build that social network. Item number two is the fucking education. Is like, guess what? You're going to learn a lot if you go there. If you go to a place where a lot of smart people are, and you're competing against those people for grades, you're collaborating with some, competing with others. You're going to learn a lot of stuff. You're going to learn a lot of things about your social skills. You're going to learn a lot of things, facts that get burned into your head in the midst of that experience. That it's going to help you make money and have a competitive advantage for the rest of your life. And the third thing I would mention is the degree itself. Like, if you never had the social group and didn't learn shit, if you have a degree that says, University of Chicago, Harvard, Stanford, University of Pennsylvania, etc., you went to one of those type of schools, man, people are going to pay you for that. Whether it's fair or not, I think you get unfair advantages. I think a college degree is a bit overrated. So, let me say that. I think that when some people say, oh, it's overrated, blah, 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 you know what? I think people get undeserved advantages having that right college degree. And I want every fucking advantage that I could get. And that's why I think it's a great investment. I want every fucking advantage that I could possibly get. So, best way to ask for a raise. Earn it, man. If you need to ask, you shouldn't ask for a raise. You should never ask for a raise. You should go tell your boss that this is what you expect to earn next year, and if you'd like to stay employed there, that's what you need to be earning next year. Now, in negotiation strategy, they'd say that you have to have a best alternative set up, what the negotiation nerds would call a BATNA, BANTA. That's for best alternative to negotiated agreement. And what does that mean? It means you have to know that you're actually worth that money. And if you're just delusionally just like, well, I'm worth $1 million an hour. Well, good luck. There's very few people on earth that are making that $1 million an hour. But you know what? If you look around your organization and you think to yourself oh, they'll never pay me that much. Well, who are the highest people? Who are the highest paid people in your organization? Find out what their salary is, and realize that if you were creating a similar contribution as those people, they would pay you at least that much. So, the number one thing you need to do is, prove your value there, know what your backup plan is. I don't think you need to ask for a raise. You just, you need to politely tell your employer, this is what you expect to be making next year. And, does it make sense that I would be making that income if I stayed here and continue in my current responsibilities and take on a few new responsibilities, or should I be looking for other opportunities in the world? And it shouldn't be, it shouldn't even be a question. It should be, you're so invaluable that they understand they're going to pay you a very fair wage for the contribution that you're creating. How to read people, what they want, and value you can bring. Everybody has the same goals. Everybody has the same goals. Like homeless guys, when you see a homeless guy living on a sidewalk or in a fucking park, do realize that guy's got the same goals that you do, man. That fucking homeless dude, like, he wants to fucking be rich too, man. He wants to have hot ass bitches. He wants to go wherever he wants and do whatever he wants. Everybody's got the same goals. So, don't get distracted of like, oh, this person or that person or so much. Everybody wants the same things, but there's different gradients of execution. There's different gradients of brain capacity. Some of that you might be born with. Some of that, that's a genetic component. Certainly a lot of that you can influence. You get to vote with your behavior. You get to vote with your actions 10,000 times every fucking day. Thousands and thousands of times every day. You get to vote with your behavior what type of future you're going to have, what type of life you're going to live. And if you're not willing to fucking think, if you're not willing to engage your brain and think, then you're not going to be doing anything. You're just going to be doing whatever somebody else told you to do. So if you're not willing to think, you're not going to be qualified to do anything bigger. So fucking realize that all the humans got the same thing on their mind. They all want the same thing. And if you're serious, if you really want it, and you think you're going to go get that shit, the thoughts and execution is what's going to make the difference. That's all money is a thought and some execution, man. How to find a great mentoring group. I just kind of discussed that as, find, the common ways are, obviously, books, can get a little mentorship, a little guidance from a book, academia that'll help you in some ways. I found it difficult when I was in school. When I was in undergrad, I was making more money than my professors were. And I remember like thinking like, what a dichotomy that, here's a guy that's making 120 grand, 160 grand a year, and I'm making more money than he is or she is. And they're telling me, that's my professor or instructor. But some of those things were very useful, man. And, you got to be humble. If you're going to go get fucking a lot of money, you got to focus on where's the opportunity. If you're a grumpy motherfucker and you're always thinking like, I make more money than my professor, why should I bother getting an education? Well, good luck, bro. But if you think you know everything, then you're not going to learn too much more. You're going to stay about exactly where you're at. And frankly, probably things are going to get worse. If you think you know everything, you probably it's going to get worse. Probably it ain't going to get better. And nobody that'd be a quality mentor is going to spend time with you. It's not going to happen. But why would it? Why would they do that? Those people just got better things to do, man. They got a lot better things to do. And, I think final thought about that. One of my good friends, he's one of my boot camp assistants and, very motivated guy. I don't think he's brilliant. And I don't mean that as an insult, but I think he's a very motivated person. And he would say himself, he's easily distracted, gets a little bit of ADD, easily loses his focus. But you know what? The couple things he does focus on is he's like, well, I know I'm not the fucking smartest guy. I know there's other guys out there that are more brilliant than I am. So what does that mean? If I'm supposed to get ahead, I still got the same goals. I still want to be filthy fucking rich and have hot ass girls and do whatever I want with my life. So how am I going to get ahead? And he came on 3 boot camps with me because of that. He's like, well, if I want to get this girl thing figured out, like, I guess I got to find somebody that's great at that and, follow their guidance, to the letter. And he came on 3 boot camps with me because of that. And he's doing fantastic now with girls. His fucking sex life has transformed. He's doing so good. He's fucking comes and travels with me, 30 weeks a year, travels all around the world with me. And, his sex life is very different than any of his friends he had to leave behind or any bullshit that he was going on in his past. That same guy related to mentors. So he found me as his mentor with women. He found a different mentor in real estate. And, his real estate mentor, he paid that guy $25,000 to do a few phone calls with him, to get on the phone a couple times a month for just a few months, to, more than $1,000 an hour to spend time with the guy so he could teach him how to make money in real estate. And, let's talk about it. If $25,000 sounds like a lot of money, bear in mind that the man that he hired at that point, the man was worth over $20 million already. And now a few years later, the man's worth over $80 million. And, if our economy holds up, I don't see why he wouldn't hit 100 million plus by 2020. So, that guy don't have time for $25,000. He's not even willing to allow himself to do that stuff for $25,000. It ain't the $25,000. Again, the $25,000 in that case is kind of like a cover charge. That my friend went and sought his guidance and got his mentorship and tutelage because he knew that I have to differentiate myself enough to this man to let him know I'm serious. And my buddy tells me he put that $25,000 on 3 different credit cards. He had to contact his bank and had to split that money up on 3 different credit cards because he didn't have shit for money at the time. And, a few years later, how did things work out for my friend? Well, I told you about his sex life. His sex life is fucking fantastic. His business life, my buddy's got a master's degree. He's got a good job. He, lives in Manhattan, got a good job, makes his small 6 figures, low 6-figure salary from his job. Well, so after taxes, he and I, about a month ago, we were going through financial statements together. And after taxes, he's now making about 3.5 times as much in his private business, in his real estate business, than he is in his career. So master's degree, brand name employer, all that stuff. After taxes, he makes about 3.5 times as much in his private business. Why? Because he spent spent 25 grand in a few months of his life to learn how to fucking ball hard and how to get himself ahead of the others. So, you can't waste time. You can't waste time. Like the reason people get mentors is like, your time is the most valuable asset you got. And, don't waste a fucking second more than is actually necessary. And when you're wasting your fucking time, it's like, when you're disrespecting the current moments of your life, you just let them pass you by. You're just being a dick to your future self, man. If you don't value your time, you don't value your life. And you never get those wasted moments back. What would you fucking pay? What would you pay on your deathbed? What would you pay on your deathbed for the squandered moments of your life back? There's only one answer to that. It's like you would pay everything you have plus everything you could borrow. And a few of you would pay everything you could steal too. You would pay everything you have, everything you could borrow, and a few of you would pay everything you could steal. That was what you would pay to have those wasted moments back. So my strong advice to you is like, while you have the opportunity, bro, don't waste that time. Take it very serious. Take it very serious. All right, let me ask you guys a quick question. I put together an event for March where me and my business partners and some of my mentors and advisors, we're going to get together to help the guys. They're real serious. It's not for everybody. This is not an event for everybody. But for guys that are serious, that like they're willing to take the steps to go make their life substantially better, significantly better. Don't mean you're doing below average now, but if you were fucking balling hard, you had so much fucking money you didn't know what to do with it. Maybe you would be on this webinar. That's how you got here. But probably you just be something else, man. Probably just have some titties on your face on a fucking boat or something. You came here because you could use some help, and even if you're doing really, really good, you could be doing even better. So for those guys that you're serious, you want to do better. That spending time with me, spending time with my business partners, with my business mentors, with some of my business advisors would help you to accomplish your own financial freedom, to live the damn lifestyle that you'd like to live. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Would you like to come to an event like that? Give me a shout out if you're serious that you'd like to come to an event like that. That you'd like, damn right, I want to come to an event. Damn right, I want to invest in my financial future. Yes, I love myself enough to invest in my financial future. Please let me know if you're one of those guys. Thanks, man. Thanks. Like, here's what's gonna happen. Like, let me show you guys what I got planned. Let me show you guys. Like, I made this for you. This ain't for me. This ain't for me. I made this for you. It's for a small group of those guys. It ain't for everybody. So this is what I put together for you. I built this Born to Be Rich tour, Born to Be Rich conference for you guys. We're only doing 2 dates. We're only doing 2 cities, man. So I'm in Manhattan right now. While I'm speaking to you, I'm in Manhattan. And, on March 2nd, March 3rd, that's a Saturday and a Sunday, I'm going to spend 2 full days working with the guys that are serious about this, that you want to have that type of lifestyle. You want to live where you want, do what you want, and not have to worry about your fucking bills, man. Just fucking ball out. So I want the guys that are serious about that, come to Manhattan with us. Again, March 2nd, March 3rd. I'm also going to go to London. I'll be in Europe as well. And London, March 23rd, March 24th. That's 3 weeks later. And we're only doing 2 of these conferences. Like, it's not going to be an ongoing traveling event. I don't have time for it. I don't have the ability to go, every city that I go to do these events. But, I can't go to, when I do public talks, when I do my VIP tour, when I go to the summit talks, even on my boot camp programs. And, man, people come fucking approach me on the street. They're like, oh, you're Derek, blah, blah, blah. And they ask me about business stuff all the time. So, this is something I talk through with Owen, and we talk through with the board, and they're like, hell yeah, go, there's a lot of guys who are interested in that, and they really need your help, Derek. Something that Owen really encouraged me. If Owen didn't push me on it, I really wouldn't have done this. It's something I thought about different times, but without his nudging, without the nudging of a couple of the other guys that are on the board of RSD, and we run that together, I wouldn't have done this, but I created it for you, man. So let me get some liquids here and give you a couple bullet points of what we're going to work on together. Let's get this web page up here. Let me show this gentleman what we created for them. Look. So look, at this Born to Be Rich conference, here's what's going to happen. I want to help you. We're going to dig into the specifics. We're going to have time on a webinar to go through every detail. I'm going to tell you at the end of this, as promised, I'm going to give you a couple bullet points that if you just did those 2 things, if you're too dumb to invest in your future, but if you just did these couple things, it'd help you live a lot better life. But for those of you that are real serious, you want the best possible results, and you want live personalized coaching for us to help you do that, you're going to be able to sit in a room with me. You're going to be able to ask, if you buy the first class tickets, which I'll show you in a minute, you're going to be able to sit in a room. You're going to have guaranteed that we're going to answer your specific personal business question. We're going to answer your question about how to advance your career, how to get a raise, how to get a promotion, and understand your circumstances so we can give you specific advice on how to do that. Now, obviously, to be able to do that, we can't have a huge audience. I can't have 1,000 fucking people in the audience like we have right now. I can't really even have a couple hundreds. We have very limited seating. There's only a few dozen seats for each of these programs, and the we got a fan here. Can we do something about that sound? Really? Okay. So here's the deal, guys. For 2 days, we put this up for 2 days. I didn't know we were going to have 1,200 people on the webinar today. So I don't think we're going to have 2 days. I think there's a good chance this is going to sell out while we're on the webinar. There's only a few dozen seats for each of these events. But if what we originally planned, and I just kept the deal, is like, if you come to this event, you're going to get buy one, get one free tickets. Buy one, get one free. That if you pay to come to the event, click the green Let Me In button on the link we posted. You're going to be able to bring a friend for free. That can be your business partner. That can be a personal, just a friend, an ally, somebody you think that you and that person got a future together, and you like to bring them with you. So we have 2 different types of seating here. We got a VIP experience that, again, it's going to be a small group. You're going to be able to network with a lot of people. You're going to meet each other. It's going to be a very good time. So you're going to be in same conference room. Everything's good. VIP thing's going to be great. But you have a 30-minute follow-up coaching call to make sure that it was good for you and that you'll get some more specific guidance on your goals. But what I really recommend is the first class experience. And there's only a couple dozen seats at each of these events for that. And when you buy a first class ticket for only $9.97, you're going to be able to sit right up in the front. You're going to sit in the front rows. You're going to be there with my private networking group. There's a program called the Brotherhood at RST where my Knights tier members, they pay $12,000 to be part of my private mastermind group. And I help them not only with their pickup journey and doing well with women, having success with women in a very abundant dating lifestyle. I also help a lot of these guys with business things. And you were asking earlier about mentorship and how do I get around those type of people? This is how you get around those type of people. There they are. They're going to be sitting right next to you if you reserve a front row seat. And there again, you can, if you buy a ticket right now on the webinar, you're going to be able to bring a friend as well. Now we set a timer for just a couple days till the end of day Monday. Again, we didn't anticipate when you do a webinar, a few hundred people show up on a webinar. Here we got well over 1,000. We got over 1,200, and people come and go, so it's probably 1,500. But I think these are probably going to sell out quicker than that. But if you're serious about it, you're going to want to book one of these first class experience tickets. Bring a friend as a guest for absolutely free, 2 for 1. And get yourself on the front row, man. For those people, for the first class experience people, you're also going to have exclusive access to. You're going to meet my guest speakers. We're going to have a private reception on on Saturday. On Saturday, we're going to have a private reception after the first day of the event, where you're going to be able to meet my guest speakers. You're going to be able to spend time with me, my team, my friends, my mentors. I've got several guest speakers lined up that are going to be fantastic. Some of these guys they're running billion-dollar revenue businesses, 700 employees, etc. Brandon Carter, my good friend and fitness expert. Brandon's going to come talk with us, share some of his business insights, things that he and I worked on together, and be able to help you with some of your business insights. So you want to be able to meet there, meet with me, meet with Brandon, meet with my other friends that are going to be there. That these guys are fucking serious, and the most serious guys are going to grab up those few seats for the first class experience right now. And the other guys come there anyway. You're going to be a part of, have most of the same experience. But if you just buy the normal ticket, $4.97 ticket, I can't guarantee we're going to be able to answer your questions. We might be able to, but no guarantee. We're definitely going to do that for the first class people. There's only my $12,000 mastermind group. There's only limited number, a limited amount of time those people have. So you're probably not going to be able to spend much time with them. And you're not going to be able to come to the private reception or whatnot. But that's up to you. Whatever's best for your needs. You definitely want to be in the room. It's going to be extremely valuable to either. For people that might need a payment plan, we made payment plans for the VIP experience. If you're a baller on a budget, you're a future baller, but things are tight right now. I get that. I was young. I had those same experiences myself. So we made a payment plan option for the people that need it. Just for the VIP experience, the first class people, if you're sitting in first class, you can pay in full and don't worry about it. And if you can't pay in full, you probably don't belong with that ticket. the other ticket probably be the most appropriate one for your current situation. What are we going to do at this conference? Let me share just a little bit about this. Like, look, I want to help you guys. I want to share, like, 20 years of business experience, 17 years of pickup experience. And I think this is a key element that maybe I haven't touched on enough today. Is it's like, I want to help you guys use skills that you already have. And let me stress that. I want you to use the skills you already have, social skills you already learned in pickup, theory and knowledge that you intellectually understand, but maybe haven't been implementing the right way, either in your business or career, or even in your pickup background, man. Yeah, I want you to be able to use those skills that, man, there's a tremendous overlap. There's a tremendous overlap between pickup and business. And let me explain why. Like, what is pickup? What is pickup, man? Pickup is just, it's an understanding of three things. You've heard me say this before. Like, guys that are great at pickup, there's three elements that they're great at. They understand economics. They understand pragmatic economics. Like, how does a marketplace work, and what constitutes value within that marketplace? They understand psychology, and just pragmatic psychology. That don't mean you got a PhD in psychology, man. You ain't got to read a lot of studies to have a fucking PhD to be good at this shit. But what you do need is, the number one thing about psychology is being smart enough to control your own emotions, being smart enough to control your own processes, and make sure that you're actively executing on the things that bring you the most value. And the rest of that is being able to understand others. But there's a lot of things that you already know about psychology that I can help you apply to do tremendously better in both areas of your life and in your life in general. Third thing that you need to know and pick up is communication. If you were a better communicator, you would make more money, period. If you're a better psychologist, you would make more money. If you're a better economist, you would make more money. Any of those three things that help you be very successful in pickup, guess what? It's also the exact same shit that's going to make you very successful in business. So there's tremendous overlap between those things. And I'm going to show you how to leverage the skills and knowledge that you already have that you learned from RSD to get that raise, get that promotion, get a fat ass fucking bonus check, perhaps to leave your current employer and get paid a lot more, that closer to what you're worth, or perhaps even more than what you're worth by a different employer. And then ultimately, I think it's everybody's goal here that you'd like to have more financial freedom. You're probably going to work on your own project. You're probably going to want to do your own thing later, man. So that's what I want to help you guys with. That's what we're going to do at the Born to Be Rich conference. What are some other things we're going to do here? It's like, what will this do for you? Because if you're interested in business, you're going to give the correct information. You're going to be executing on information that ensures you're going to make more money in your business. You're going to close more deals. You're going to implement cutting edge systems. You're going to be able to dominate your competition. And that's about that simple. The financial freedom components that most guys in my inner circle, they never have to work another day in their lives. My $12,000 mastermind mentors, a lot of those guys, they don't have jobs. Half of them don't have jobs, and the ones that do have jobs, a few of them are making multi-million-dollar incomes. A couple of them are young entrepreneurs. There's a couple of them are, guys in their 20s, early 30s they're just serious entrepreneurs, and they're not balling out of control yet, but they're going to be. They're on their way. I had a gentleman, I'll just say his first name is Sean. Sean and I, he's one of my founding Knights Tier members. And when I started that $12,000 mastermind, we had a lot of applications, by the way. We only accepted less than 30% of them, because it's got to be the right type of person. It's got to be somebody that I know is serious, I'm comfortable being around, and I know I can help them tremendously, and it's going to be fun and carefree for both of us. But anyway, Sean and I, when we were together in Las Vegas recently over New Year's week, and we went to the gym together. I just made time to go work out together. He's into bodybuilding, and we hit the gym, man. And he just asked me a few questions, told me some stuff about his business, and asked a few questions. And I think if he implements those couple things, he's going to multiply his income. He's going to at least double his income this year. And that's what this is all about. That's what we're working on. So if you're one of those type of guys that you want access to those type of mentors, you want that guidance, you're serious about your success, I'd love to help you with that. For people that want a higher income, you're going to commit to learning more money-making skills, shit you must master, shit that you need to have to be able to, to stop settling for minimum wage or mediocre wage and start getting the fucking maximum wage that would be available to you. So we're going to help you with that. I want you fucking, if I said this in a few words, it's like, I want you earning the maximum wage. We're not fucking minimum wage guys. I want you earning the fucking maximum wage. I want you to fire your boss. I want you to fucking create your own salary and create your own income long term. And there's probably a few intermediate steps of like, advance in your current organization and perhaps switch to another one, and then perhaps transition later to having your own thing where you never have to answer to anybody again. You're going to only answer to yourself. And that's what this is about at the end. Other things you're going to get is, business relationships. You're going to meet fucking mentors, contacts, advisors, partners. You come here and network with people that it might be your future business partner. In that audience, there's a high probability you're going to meet a future business partner. There's a high probability you could meet somebody that's, might be a younger guy that's serious about getting ahead, and he wants to be your employee. He might be a founding employee in your next business, might be a key employee in your current business. And, that's who's going to be there. Those are the people that are going to come to this event. People that are serious getting ahead. Where else you're going to get? You're going to the social alliances, the RSD Dare community. I only fuck with people that got a fucking drive to go out and like get money, get girls, live a fucking A-grade life, man. And if you met one person at that event, might open up fucking doors to you to countless contacts, countless allies that would help you on your fucking success journey, and to have the women that you'd like to have the financial situation that you'd like to have, and and live any lifestyle you want, man. And there's going to be health and fitness people. Brandon Carter, look him up. Brandon Carter is one of the most renowned fitness experts in the entire damn world. We had dinner just yesterday. We also hit the gym yesterday. And just a brief aside is like, I made a video. Brandon took the video. I put up 1,018 pounds. 1,018 pounds. That's for you kilogram motherfuckers. I don't know. That's about 465 kilos, something like that. I did that 7 times. So on my leg sled, on my leg press, I got up over half of a British ton 7 times. I was feeling really proud about that yesterday. Brandon watched and took the video. It was cool. But in any case, Brandon's going to be there. You want advice on health and fitness? That's the guy I go to when I got a question about weightlifting. I got a question. I couldn't be lifting a half a fucking ton if I didn't have him to help me with that. I hired him. We were friends already, by the way, but I hired him about 3 years ago to just do like 6 personal training sessions with me, and just 6 personal training sessions, just so I know exactly what I need to be doing, so I could fucking make sure I'm executing the right way. I make sure I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, when I'm supposed to be doing it, and make no excuses. Just get in there and do the right thing and get the success. So he's somebody that helped me a lot in my health and fitness journey, and he's going to be there to help you too. Your dating and sex life, we just discussed that, but the parallels between them is like they're highly correlated. A person, it's the same thought processes. It's the same thought processes of like, if you already had 5 beautiful bitches hitting you up, you had 5 beautiful women that were contacting you, trying to have sex with you again. Are you telling me that you wouldn't have more confidence when you go to work? You telling me that you wouldn't find it easier to be like not distracted by some mediocre employee, some mediocre female that might be trying to distract you at work or get you in trouble or some shit? Like, you wouldn't even be thinking about that. You would just go to work and focus on your work. You leave work and focus on your personal life. Whether that's your love life or financial life. But if you had 5 hot girls hitting you up right now, yes, you would be a better negotiator. Yes, you would be a better communicator. Yes, you would feel more fucking confident in every fucking area of your life, and you're going to have a lot better outcomes. And finally, is for your career. Born to Be Rich program is going to help you, develop the skills and strategies that you can implement immediately. You can implement immediately. You're going to implement some things that I'm about to talk about in this webinar. You're going to implement some of them. Your boss is going to beg you that, why is that in bold there? Your boss is going to beg you to take leadership positions. Your boss is going to beg you that he can give you a raise, give you a bonus, give you a promotion, and keep you in the organization, because he knows if you're executing it, if you're a peak performer, and if he don't pay you like a peak performer, you're going to be performing somewhere else. You're going to be working for his competitor instead. You're going to be working against him instead of working for him. Or maybe you're going to be his competitor, and that's going to be really scary. When his competitor has all the insights that you do, he knows everything about his business, that ain't a great thing. It's a scary situation for him to be in. So, day 1, what are we going to do together that Saturday? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get these fucking the mindsets in your head, so you can be thinking like a millionaire. So you can be thinking like a future decamillionaire, centimillionaire. One of you might be a billionaire someday in the future. But we got to get you in the right mindsets to break free from your current captivity, your current indentured servitude, so you can go get some fucking serious money and serious access to, not only the financial resources, capital, but how to build the social networks that you need to overcome your current obstacles and create a fucking wealthy business, a high net worth, a high fucking level of wealth in your life. So I'll just walk through the schedule very briefly here. Is you're going to be networking with each other. I've set up mixer events for you to meet and network with each other. My boy Brandon Carter is going to be there to open the event, talk to you about health and fitness, talk to you about his personal business. That he has a multi-million-dollar business that he's doing stuff all around the world. He's shipping things and helping people all around the world. We've been to Europe a few times together. We've been to Australia together, all over North America, and this guy is real serious in his space. If you're interested in marketing, interested in fitness, interested in building your own social media following to a high level, he's a top advisor in any of those areas. He's going to help you a lot. Then I'm going to speak to you about what you need to do to take charge of your life and ensure that you have the right mindsets and engaging in the right behaviors. They're going to lead to fucking tremendous success. After that, we're going to have some of my fucking best friends, and that they still have jobs. They're still employees somewhere, but they're very high level employees. And they're going to be able to speak to you about how do you advance your career. If you're interested in staying in your current organization for a while longer, maybe you want to be there long term. Maybe you see a long term future there, and that might be the best path for you. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to be there, let's make sure that you're making the most of that time and you're capitalizing on every opportunity. And I'm going to bring a couple of guys in here that they're professional people, work in the normal industries, have real careers. And they're going to tell you about some of the opportunities that they found and some of the wealth management or wealth creation techniques that they've implemented, how they use things that they learned and pick up to make a lot fucking more money. My one buddy here, in 18 months, he quadrupled, 4x'd his income from his employer in a traditional job setting. And, if that's interesting to you, if you'd like to maintain your current career, but do it at a higher level and get paid a fuck up a lot more, probably for stuff you're already doing, probably for changing that much, you're going to want to hear from these guys. They're going to be able to help you out a lot. I'm then going to do a deep dive myself on how you can fire your boss, how to get a better opportunity. So get that raise, promotion, bonus, etc. We're going to do panel talks where I'm going to bring my professional panels. We're going to be back on stage together, and we're going to be able to do a lot of Q&A, because I do want to spend a lot of time answering your specific questions so we can make sure we drive the maximum value for each of you. And the first class ticket holders, of course, are going to have first crack at that on the Q&A. So bring those questions, be serious, be ready to take notes, and change your life, man. And then I'll have my closing remarks and wrap that up. Make sure that you understand everything, the key essentials that we covered that day. And afterwards, for the first class members, we're going to have a meet and greet where we're going to hang out, as I mentioned, with some of my business mentors, some people that helped me make millions of dollars, some people that made hundreds of millions of dollars themselves. And you can ask them questions, just hang out socially with all my guest speakers and my special guests for the day, and pick their brain and pick my brain in a private social setting. Just let us help you with shit. I don't know how long that'll last. We'll probably stay late, man. Like whatever makes sense. Where if you guys have inspired questions and it's a fun thing, we're happy to spend the time, man. Because that's what I'm there for. I'm doing it for you, man. On day 2, how do you become a multimillionaire? So we're going to talk about more entrepreneurial stuff. I'd say day 1 is going to be primarily, how you advance your career, how do you get ahead in your career, or current career, etc., or transition to a better situation in an employee-employer setting. The second day is going to be more about entrepreneurship, and I'm going to answer in detail. What are the steps I did? Mixer at the beginning. You guys can get together, have a mixer with yourselves at the beginning, network, find an employee, find your business partner, find the people that are the right social allies that are going to help you get ahead and do your thing at a very high level. And after that, I want to talk about how I went from, how did I create pretty fucking serious wealth, man, from having a negative net worth in my 20s. When I was 26, I not only did I not have money, I had a negative net worth. I had negative $200,000, $250,000 negative. And I really remember I was walking down a fucking city, downtown in a city center in Chicago, actually. And I seen a fucking bum. I saw a homeless dude on the sidewalk. And I thought to myself, man, that motherfucker's got probably $250,000 more than I do right now. I had less money than a bum, man. And, 3 years later, because of investments I made in my, social investments, financial investments that I made earlier, I turned that around in 3 years' time. When I was 29, I had my first $1 million in real net worth, not some fuzzy, not revenue, not blah blah blah. I had $1 million in real net worth, and I'm gonna tell you how I did that. But more importantly, much more importantly, is like I want to tell you how you can do that, and probably do it even better. If you got better guidance than I did, if you had the same execution, just you don't need to trust me. Just use your brain here. Just think for a moment. Like if you had the same level of execution and you had better knowledge, if you had better knowledge than I did, which I can offer you, you know what? You're going to have better outcomes than I had too. You're going to do a lot better. So after that, we're going to dig through the. I'm going to get you strategic tools. Exactly what do you need to do? Exactly what specific things do you need to be able to dominate your competition and get yourself into that wealthiest 1%. We're not. This ain't a talk for people that are happy to be in the 99th percent. You want to be one of those 1% people. You don't want to be a 99%er. You want to be a top 1%er, and probably later you want to be the top 1% of the 1%. So I'm gonna give you a lot of strategies and tools, very specific things on how to do that. Then I'm gonna bring on my entrepreneur friends. Again, some of these people got literally $1 billion revenue business. All of them are multimillionaires. And I'm gonna bring on some of my friends that are entrepreneurs and CEOs, and they're just gonna share some of their stories and case studies of like literally things like what did they learn in game? What are things they learned from game that helped them to grow their businesses even bigger, even better? And then I'm bring a panel for an hour and a half and be able to sit with you guys and answer whatever questions you have on how you can do that for yourself, man. And then, then we'll wrap things up. I want to make sure that when you leave, my promise to you is you're going to leave on Sunday and you're going to have a much clearer vision, a much clearer path, much clearer on exactly what you need to do, who do you need to know, where do you need to be, and what do you need to be doing to advance whatever the hell your goals are, whatever you want to do for yourself. I want to make sure you accomplish that at a high level. So let's do a couple other questions quick, and then I'll dig you a little deeper on this, give you just a couple more details. What's some other questions boys have? How do your friend get money in from real estate? Man, come to the thing. You're gonna come meet him in person. So if you wanna know how my buddy got money for his real estate project, come to the fucking thing. So you got an opportunity to come meet him in person. Take advantage of that opportunity. If you're a serious guy, I don't want to hear about like travel. It's like, oh, Jarek, it's not digital, Jarek. Jarek, I can only do it in New York or in London. You know what, man? There's something called a jet. If you don't live in New York or London, if you're serious, you're going to get on a jet and you're going to fucking take your ass to New York. You're going to take your ass to London. I travel all the time. In 2 days, I'm going to fly to Hong Kong again. I go, last year I traveled like 215,000 miles. That's like something like 330,000 kilometers. So, in the modern world, there's no reason you can't find a couple dollars and come meet these guys in person, ask them whatever questions that you want to ask them. Think about this, man. Think about this. It's like a motherfucking loser, a motherfucking drug addict. A drug addict could go find a couple dollars to support his addiction, to like kill himself, to ruin his fucking life, and maybe die. And when I hear anybody make an excuse of, oh, money is money is a thought and some execution, man. I'm going to help you with those thoughts and executions, but that's for guys that are serious. How do you add value to mentors? That's a great question. That's a real good question. It's like when I meet somebody that I need to spend time with, when I meet somebody that I know, like, if this person and I were together, I could really help their life. They'd really help my life too. But the first thought I have is, what can I do for them? Because if you want to have great mentors, first of all, don't ask them dumbass questions and don't be a pain in their ass. Because those people aren't going to want to talk to you, even if you pay them, man. People aren't going to want to talk to you if you ask dumbass questions and you're annoying and shit. Even if you pay them, they don't have time for that. The right people you want to be around, they don't have time for that. Only the wrong people would take your money in that circumstance. So when I know that, I'm like, well, I know this guy could help me with this or help me with that. I need to think to myself, what could I do for him? What could I do for her? What could I do for that person that would be so invaluable? How could I make myself so useful and so invaluable to them? And 85, 90% of the time that we spend together, it would just be like, me contributing to them, me trying to help them actively solve a problem, make their life better, in a fun and lighthearted way, where it's not annoying, it's not tense, it's just fun and lighthearted. That's how you can be able to be around those people. And then, maybe 10% of the time, 15% of the time, they could be focused on helping you with something. And I strongly suggest, if you want to be around people that are, I have several friends that, I met 20 something billionaires in real life and shook hands with them. And, there's like three of those people that'd be happy to take my call. I didn't say $1 billion revenue in this case. I said real billionaire. Somebody has $1 billion in net worth. About three of those people that, a couple of them contact me somewhat regularly, once a month or more, because they want my advice about something, usually something social related. They don't need dollar from me. They're never going to, they'd like to hear my opinion about something. They like to understand my expertise about socially engineering a situation of something that they're trying to accomplish, and they know that I could help them with. Or they just got a personal problem, and they know that I'm a trusted person that they could tell me about their personal problem, and I'm not going to say their name or put them in an awkward situation ever. Because with the wealthier you are, it's just like a pretty woman. Like a really really pretty woman. People want something from her all the time. She's got a lot of problems in life. People are always trying to get something from her. They're willing to lie to her or try to manipulate her and shit. And that's how it is when you're a really successful guy. It's like, it's hard to hear the truth, man. It's hard to hear the truth. But people, when something good happens, everybody wants to tell you about it, and they're willing to take responsibility for the good things. When something shitty happens, they want to lie their ass off to you, and it's hard to hear what's really going on in your organization, even. But yeah, but the reason that I get along with those people, the reason they care to talk to me is like, I if I ask them for something, it'll be brief. It'll be something brief. It'll be just bullet points. I'll give them a bullet point, quick text or email. So, hey man, I had this thing on my mind. Bullet point, bullet point. Do you know anybody that's good at this? Can you please point me in the right direction? And I don't even take, if they have the time and the expertise, they'll tell me about it. But if I wrote these guys a 2-page email, they'd never speak to me. So you gotta send bullet points. You gotta make it valuable for them. Add a lot more value than you ask to take, and you're gonna be good, man. You're gonna do real good. Another question here about how to increase your overall energy and willpower. And you don't need willpower. The truth is, people think that you're gonna get, it's like, oh, I'm I need more willpower. I need more. I feel a little apathetic, Derek. Like, how could I be more motivated? Well, you only got so much willpower. You're going to run out of willpower. And you're not motivated all the time, man. I'm a very motivated guy, and I know that if you're listening right now, you're a very motivated person as well. I got a lot of respect for that. But you know what? You and we both get fatigued sometimes. And when you run out of that motivation, when you used up all your willpower, you know what you still got? You got discipline. And when I was a fucking naive idiot, when I was a goddamn fool, I used to not like that word discipline. I used to think, well, that don't sound like fun. The discipline, that don't sound like much fun. It sounds like a bad word or has a negative connotation or something. You know what, man? As soon as you start accepting that that disciplined lifestyle, you're going to have fucking superior results, because everybody else gave up. They ran out of motivation. And you're still disciplined. You're still getting shit done. They ran out of willpower. You're still disciplined, so you're still getting shit done. And you're just going to move right past those people. You're just going to walk right away from them. They ain't going to be able to keep up with you. So, that's nice. If you're motivated, that's great, man. That's fantastic. You got a lot of willpower. The only way that you get any willpower is from, exercising that disciplined muscle. It's like you've been out fucking doing shit. You've been accomplishing stuff. And then it makes it easier for you to accomplish more stuff. So, work on that. My buddy Brandon, who you're going to meet at the event, my buddy Brandon, he says, he goes to the gym like 6 days a week, and he goes hard, man. I've been to the gym with him. Just yesterday we were in the gym. We've been to the gym a lot of times together, and Brandon goes fucking hard in the gym. And, he says, man, Derek, sometimes I wake up, I don't feel like going to the fucking gym, bro. Sometimes I don't really feel like it. He says, you know what? The next thought I have is, well, I'm also not a pussy. And then I get up and I go do shit I know I'm supposed to do. And, another comment that I think is words of wisdom from him is like, you don't get to build your self-discipline at a time that's convenient for you. And, think that through for just a minute. You don't get to build your self-discipline when it's convenient, man. You can only be a disciplined person when it's not convenient. You only get to exercise that discipline muscle. By definition, you only get to exercise that discipline muscle when you're doing some shit that you don't really feel like doing right now. That's the only time. So, just get used to that. You don't need to be you don't need to be motivated every moment. Yeah, you're going to run out of willpower. Just go do it anyway. Don't worry about your little willpower. If you got a vision, if you got a big enough vision that you believe in, if you believe that your fucking future is valuable, if you love yourself enough to believe that your future is valuable, and you know that like you're going to be able to help other people. If you accomplish your dream, if you accomplish your goals, that's going to help accomplish other people's goals too. It's going to help accomplish the goals of some of your best friends. It's going to accomplish the goals of your children, your significant others, your loved ones, anybody on earth you fucking care about. You're going to be able to help them more. That's all you got to be worried about, man. You got to have big enough vision and a strong enough why that you're not going to let your little, oh, I don't feel like it today. If you ain't motivated enough, if you're such a fucking nobody that, oh, I don't feel like it enough, I don't feel like it today, that would get in your way of your success. That's laughable, man. That's laughable. That ain't what's real. I met Jack Welch. Jack Welch was the CEO of General Electric. I met him a couple of years ago, and we were at a small dinner together. And Jack mentioned, he says a lot of these millennial kids, they want everything to be, free, free, free. They want to give, give, give. They want to help everybody. They're going to help everybody. It's all free. It's all, give, give, give. It's all for free. And he's like, that's a real great idea. That sounds real nice. The thing is, you can't help anybody if you haven't fucking done anything yet. You got to fucking do something first. You got to go build something yourself. You got to go accomplish something. Then you're going to be able to help other people. Then you're going to be able to help other people accomplish their goals. It's like, that's like me showing up with a horse and a wagon. And I get in the back of the wagon. I tell all the people, it's all for you. Everything here, it's all for you. It's free. Well, the only problem, there's nothing in the fucking wagon. You ain't got nothing to give if you didn't build something first. So, I really took that to heart, that like, if you want to be a top performer, if you're serious that you want to help people, well, you got to help yourself first. You got to go create something. And that's what capitalism is, by the way. That's what money is. It's just an idea and some execution. And if you don't value your idea enough to execute on it, you probably ain't gonna be very successful, man. So I can't help a guy that don't want to help himself, but I can help a guy who is serious about helping himself. Let me dig in on this just a bit more. Well, there's a lot of testimonials on here, how I helped them make money, how they came and advanced their career, advanced built a business, built their internet marketing businesses, built their brick and mortar businesses, advanced their career. I got 1,000 testimonials of that. But the most important thing I'd say is just being not the wealth that I created and the financial wealth, but the what would you pay? Like what would it fucking be worth? How would you describe like the wealth of personality or the wealth of confidence? So like knowing that you're a confident man and you're the type of guy that's going to overcome shit and get shit done. Knowing that you're the type of guy that's a fucking killer, you're going to get shit done. Knowing that there's not an obstacle out there, that you're going to have the right friends, the right guidance, the right team around you, that there's nothing out there that would get in your way of you accomplishing your goals, man. And for those of you that know you're going to go, there's a lot of people signed up for this already. A lot of people have grabbed both the VIP seats and also a lot of the first class seats have gone. I'm looking at especially that New York is damn near sold out on the VIP, or excuse me, on the first class seats. So if you're serious about sitting up front, you're going to want to get on that. You're going to want to take care of that right now. There's not a lot of space on the New York thing. A couple left in London, but if you're serious, click the Let Me In button. Click the Let Me In button. Find the option that's best for you, and I'm gonna see you there live. If you need a little more information, just let me tell you, like, who is this for? Let me make it clear thing. I don't want the wrong people coming, man. I want every person on here. Let me be clear about who I want to come. I want every fucking one of you that you could tolerate. You could tolerate, pushing a little harder. You could tolerate when you don't feel like it, you go execute anyway, because you got the best damn advice. Because you know that if you got the right team around you, you got the right advice, you got the right team, that if you simply execute on that, your results are going to be guaranteed, man. You're guaranteeing your own success. So I want a type of guy that, you believe in yourself like that. You got that confidence. You have that vision, and it's a big enough why. You have a big enough why to execute. So I don't want some mediocre person coming to this event. If you just, this ain't here for your entertainment. I'm not doing this webinar for your entertainment. I'm doing this to fucking help you be successful, man. I'm not going to be at this other event. When we do a live event, when we get together in New York, when we get together in London, it's not for your entertainment. I'm not here to fucking entertain you. If you came for entertainment, get off this fucking webinar. I want to talk to the few guys that are on here that are real serious. I only want to talk to the guys that are serious. Just get the fuck off my webinar if you're not fucking serious. So I didn't come here for you. Who I did come here for is like every one of you that's that type of person that, you got a goal, you got a vision, and you know you could do better. You're probably doing good, like I said, man, but you know you could do better, and you just need a little help. You need that confidence of like knowing that you're going down the right path. And there's a lot of people out there. This funny thing about humans is like, I think men particularly, like, when things are fuzzy and you don't know what the fuck to do, people don't take action. And that shouldn't be surprising. Like, people just don't take action if they don't know what to do. They're like, well, I guess I'm not going to do shit then. I don't know, anything will do. But if you're the type of person that, like most men, I think most men, when it gets a little less fuzzy and you see the path a little more clearly, and when somebody shows you the first few steps, you're like, fuck yeah, go execute on those steps. Like if you know that's going to help you accomplish your goal, you would go execute. You would go get the shit. All right. Now, for that type of person, when you show them the first couple steps, they execute and they see the outcomes they're getting, and now they see the path more clearly. It's less foggy. It's less fucking confusing. When they see that path more clearly, those guys will double down and execute harder, and then the results come faster, and you get into a beautiful upward spiral when that happens. Those are the people that get into a beautiful upward spiral where you execute outcome, execute outcome, execute outcome. Frankly, you kind of get addicted to that. That's why I work so goddamn much. I don't even think about it as work. I think this shit is fun. It's also why I have the confidence to say, like, if you're not an executor, I don't want your money. You're not welcome at my event. If you're not a fucking executor, you're not welcome at my event. You're not welcome to stink up the fucking room. And I don't want you to breathe the same goddamn air that me and the other men that are going to be at this event are breathing. I don't want you in the same room with us. You don't belong there, man. Stay in your fucking parents' basement, smoke some weed, man. You think that's a good lifestyle? Video games and weed? Go do that, man. Go get some fucking tattoos on your hand or something, or make sure you're totally unemployable and utterly unpresentable to real business people. Go do some stupid ass shit like that, and that's cool, man. Those ain't the right people. But who is this shit for? Oh, look, man. If you're a professional person that you're looking for an edge to get ahead of your peers. You know you can do better. You want fucking more rewards. You probably deserve the rewards. And if you're a better communicator, you'd get them. If you're a professional person in that type of situation, I can fucking help you, and I want you to come. If you're an entrepreneur, whether you're just starting out, you need some fucking guidance to make sure you're on the right path, that you're going to ensure your future success. I can help you out. I want you to come. Maybe you got an existing business. Maybe you just want better ways to maximize value and find efficiencies in your current business. That's called economics. I can help you with that. I went to the #1 econ school in the entire world. I can help you fucking find those efficiencies in your current business. I haven't had a job for over half of my life. I can definitely help you find efficiencies in your current entrepreneurial endeavor, whether it's small or fucking huge. If you're a visionary type person and you need more pragmatic tools so you can implement your vision, you can systemize that shit and turn your vision into a fucking reality, we can help you with that. I got a lot of engineering guys around me, both computer engineers and real world engineers that go build shit. And we can help you with that, man. I get it. When I was younger, I'm definitely more that visionary type person. And, I had to go study things like economics, accounting, finance. I had to go study some of that harder, nerdy mathy shit. I liked it, but, it's not emotionally fun when you're doing it. It's something you're proud of later. But, I can definitely help you with the tools and structure that you need to turn your vision into a fucking reality. For marketers, if you're a marketer right now, for a salesperson, marketer, you probably understand consumer psychology pretty well, and maybe you're doing pretty good with your clients as is, but that man, shit moves quick, especially in online marketing, shit moves quick, man. And if you don't have the extra edge that could help you beat your competition, man, your competition's working on it every day. Your competition is working to put eyeballs on their content, convert that shit, retain their customers, and take your customers from you. And if you don't have the cutting edge shit to do that yourself, like, best wishes, man. Like, you need help with that. So if you're serious about marketing, man, we can help you with that. I work with, one of the guys I work with a lot that, frankly, they helped me put this together. He did most of this. So, I had a vision and idea, and I got a team around me to execute. Do you think I'm sitting around coding and shit? You think I'm sitting around building the fucking website to show you? No, man. Like, the guy that built this website, like, he worked with Ty Lopez for years. He worked with a few other top guys that, I don't know that shit, man. I just know how to build a team, and I know how to help you build your marketing team too, so you can get fucking eyeballs. You're on my fucking webinar right now. Guess what? 1,200 other people were too. I don't even know what the number is, the total number, but 1,500 probably showed up to this webinar. How did I get 1,500 people here? Yeah, I can help you with that. We can show you how to do that. Come to my fucking seminar and we can do that together. If you're a salesperson, you want to know how to fucking, find the right angles that are going to help you, increase results, drive more sales to your business. I can help that guy. I talk about sales a lot. There's a lot of overlap between, like sales, marketing, and pickup. What do you think fucking pickup is? It's only a fool, only a goddamn idiot wants to target everybody and say, oh, everybody belongs. It's inclusive. Everybody should come. Nah, you got to pick who your target market is. You got to pick who are the right people that, like, if you sell them something, they would get tremendous value out of it. Not a little bit of value, tremendous value out of it. And if you're a sales guy that, like, you want to be filthy fucking rich, well, you know what you need to do? You need to help drive tremendous fucking fucking value to your clients. And then they're going to come back and they're going to buy from you again and again and again. They're going to buy from you again and again because they know when you fucking work with them, you ain't even got to sell the thing, man. You just got to contact them and you have a relationship. You're like, I have this thing available for you, and it's going to be fucking good. And they know that your reputation means, like, you know what? If that person fucks with this, I probably need it. He's right. I trust that person. And if you think salesmanship is just tricking a bunch of fools to come do some dumb shit, I don't even fucking sell digital products. I got to come see you in person. You're on this webinar. When you fucking opt in, as many guys did, and many more are going to, are we actually going to sell this out, huh? I'm looking at the numbers over here with my tech team. Yeah, if you're serious, yeah, there's a lot of 997s. There's a lot of fucking 497s. There's a lot of 997s in there too. Yeah, if you're serious, click that let me in. Click the let me in if you want to be in front, because pretty soon that's not going to be available. London is getting filled up on that 997 too. If you're serious about being on the 997, being up front and meeting some of my multimillionaire and $100+ million net worth friends, you're going to want to be there. You want to come hang out with Brandon and I too. You want to be on that front row shit. Any case, if you're serious about fucking increasing your sales, it's for you, man. This is for you. You belong there. And generally, look, who's this for? Who's it not for? If you're the type of guy that you want to be around a global community of action takers, you want to be around people that push each other to do fucking really well, not to do okay, not to do some mediocre shit and give each other a pat on the back and an affirmation for being mediocre. If you want to be around a team of high performers that they're going to encourage the best of you, going to help you break away from your current peer group that sometimes it's holding you back or isn't helping out as much as they could. You want to be here, man. It's for people that you want more out of life. You're willing to put in some basic work, but you want every efficiency. So your work is not going to nowhere. So your fucking time isn't wasted. You want every efficiency available to you, so to make sure that you get every bit of success that you deserve for the amount of work that you put in. I want to help you be fucking rich. I want to help you be fucking rich. I want you to earn the maximum fucking wage. And that's what we're going to talk about when we get together. So, last bullet points on here. VIP experience. It's going to be dope. You want to be there. If you can afford the first class experience, if that's in your fucking budget, if you're serious about your fucking money, invest in your future, man. Invest in your future so we can spend. Obviously, I'm not trying to limit that to people, man. Like, it's just a cover charge. I can only have so many people that I can give a lot of personalized attention to, and that's what the first class experience is. So if you want to be in the room, you're going to get a lot of value out of it. If you're in this room, you're going to get a lot of value out of it. And we legit could charge, if I want to charge fucking 10 grand for this first class experience, I could have done that, man. I got guys that they come on my Brotherhood Knights tier program. I got guys that line up to pay me $12,000, and I don't even tell them what they're getting. I just tell them, like, you're going to be able to spend time with me. You're going to be around some of my closest friends and mentors. It's going to be worth it. Man, we could charge 10 G's for this. We made it for $1,000. I'm not trying to make this a profit center. This ain't my fucking new business. It's just something I'm doing a couple times to help the guys that are serious. I never did it before with RSD. I might never do it again. But if you're serious, you have the first class ticket if you can afford it. If you're a baller on a budget and you can't, it don't make sense for your economics right now, get on the VIP, man. Just come on the fucking buy a normal ticket. You're gonna be in the room with the same guys. You're gonna be able to talk to some of us. You're just not gonna have the same personalized attention that I'll be able to give the guys that are most committed, the first class guys. And again, for the VIP guys, if you need a payment plan, if you need a payment plan, just go right here. Go right here. And click the Let Me In button to pay in full. If you need a payment plan, you can make payments. It's a little more expensive. You're gonna get a discount if you pay in full right now. It's gonna be a little cheaper if you pay in full. But if you need to make a payment plan, you're serious about coming, you've seen some more time to sort it out. Click on that. Make it work out, bro. Make it work out. So this is gonna be the first class stuff's gonna sell out. That's limited. That's gonna sell out way before here, and we're gonna have to take away that buy one get one. I think that's going to sell out while we're still talking here. I did promise you, and we're going to go do it in just a moment. I did promise you 2 major epiphanies right now, and we're going to work on that in just a moment here. And let me also encourage you to do one more Q&A session. So if you've got a couple of urgent questions, a couple of things that are top of mind, you need to know about the program. These are going to be questions. I'm only going to answer about questions that are directly related to this event. If you got a question that's directly related to this event, ask me that question. If you're serious, if you got other general questions about your business, about whatever, come to the event. I'll answer it in person. If you're serious, you'll be at the event. So send me the best questions about that. I'm going to answer one general one. Last general question. Everything else is going to be event specific, but this is an important one, is like how to cultivate loyalty in your teammates. How do you cultivate loyalty in your teammates? It's like, man, if you want people to be loyal to you, you can be a loyal motherfucker too. You don't get to be a fake ass bitch. You don't get to do fucking fake shit and expect people like, they're gonna fucking do for me and I'm not gonna do for them. So if you're serious about that, like, when I talk about my friends from my childhood, when I said that, I begged them to come with and they didn't come, man, that hurt my feelings, man. I'm not proud of their failures. I'm not happy for their failures. I feel fucking shitty about it. And a core thing that I have in my head, and I think it's a very, very, very important thought. A core thought that I have in my head is like, when I promise somebody I'm going to do something, I do it. I do it 100% of the time. I do it even if it's inconvenient. I still do it. If I don't want to do it, it doesn't matter. If I made a promise, I always fulfill my promises. And that's not because I'm a fucking nice guy. I just want to make that real clear. Like, I'm not here talking about altruism. I'm not talking about some ethics or morals. It's not that type of conversation. It's a very pragmatic thing. The reason I behave that way is, first of all, you got to be picky in what you decide to choose to make a commitment to. Mr. Buffett says you got to give 99 no's for every one yes. You got to tell people no 99 times for every time you say yes to something. But after you say that yes, you got to follow through. Let me tell you why. I got to be able to believe in myself. I got to be able to believe myself that when I say I'm going to do something, 100% for sure it's going to happen. If I don't die, it's going to happen. And I'm not doing that for the world, the karmic universe. I'm doing that just out of sheer selfish pragmatism. That like, if you go around the world lying to others, if you make promises that you don't keep, man, pretty soon you're going to start breaking your own promises. You're going to start breaking promises to yourself. And you just can't win, man. You're not going to be on the top of your game if you don't even trust your own word. You're really fucked. And people ain't going to trust you when you break your word to people. They're not going to trust you. They ain't going to have any loyalty towards you. And your reputation. It takes you years, takes you decades to build the right reputation. And it takes you 15 seconds to fuck that up. Take you 15 seconds to damage your reputation. So if you want loyalty in your organization. You want high levels of commitment and loyalty from your friends, from your employees, from your partners. You have to be a loyal person, and try to help people accomplish their goals. Make sure you always keep your word. Make sure you always keep your word. That's very important. I don't hang out with anybody. They break a promise to me, or break a commitment, or even just change plans. Like, oh, we were supposed to do this, blah blah blah, but something else came up. Like, oh, really? Why did you make plans with me if it wasn't serious enough that you were going to show up, be there, be prepared, and be on time? I don't make second plans with those. When a girl would try to reschedule with me, I don't accept that from a girl, because I wouldn't accept it from myself. I'm not going to accept that from an employee, from a girl. I wouldn't even accept it from my business partners. I wouldn't be in business with those people if they didn't keep their word, and if I didn't know that we could trust each other at a very high level. What else we got here? We got, I do in boot camp those weekends. Yeah, my boot camps are filled up. If you can look at my boot camp schedule, my boot camps are pretty full for that whole Europe trip. I think the New York program is sold out as well. So I don't have any capacity on my boot camp programs, but you can take a look at my boot camp schedule if you're serious about doing a different weekend. Yeah, fucking come hit up boot camp and like very very bluntly, there's probably no better way for you to implement those skills. Like we're going to teach you how do you use the skills that you learned in pickup to fucking perform at a high level to get a raise, promotion, etc. How to fucking advance your business or entrepreneurial situation. Well, guess what? What would help you do that? Oh yeah, fucking having your fucking pickup skills well refined. So there's a ton of overlap between those two things, and being good, the general skills, implementing them in either area is going to make it stronger. There's a lot of synergy when you're implementing these strategies and thought processes in a business context. It's going to help your sex life too. When you're implementing this in a nightclub or in a boot camp type context, the things we would teach you there, yeah, you're going to get laid. A lot of guys get laid on boot camp. I did boot camp in Manhattan this weekend, and first night out, 2 guys got laid. Next night, 3 more guys got laid. So yeah, that's going to help you tremendously in both areas. But the things you learn in pickup is definitely going to help in business a fucking lot, a lot. Let me touch real quick on procrastination. There's a general thing here is it's like oh Derek, guy says Derek, I got to talk to my boss, whatever, and okay, need a couple days to work it out. That's cool, man. But when you see an opportunity, go execute on the opportunity. Go execute on the opportunity. Figure it out. Like if you got to ask your boss, for permission to go to a fucking conference and hang out with multimillionaires and fucking people that are doing tremendous fucking things in their life, and to network with other guys that are just like you. If you got to ask your boss for permission, guess what, bro? Guess what? That's exactly why you need to come. You need to stop fucking asking for permission and start fucking dictating your own reality to yourself, man. You need to start taking charge of your life. If you're wondering, like, oh, I should ask my boss, bro, you need to be there. Don't ask your boss. Ask yourself. Ask yourself what type of future you want to have, and make a decision, man. Last couple thoughts here. Let's dig into, what are those 2 secrets I promised you earlier? Like, these things are so goddamn foolproof, man. If you take just a minute to let this seep in your head, if you did nothing else and just executed on this one simple thing, it's going to help you with your career tremendously. When I was a little kid, I had this idea when I was 18. I started implementing this at 18 years old. I had a job at Walmart. I had a little peasant job, making not much more than minimum wage, working at Walmart. And I got it in my head and be like, there's a lot of people in their current job that they're not very engaged. They showed up halfway. There's people that are they've been working there for 10 years, 15 years. They never got a promotion. They've just been doing the same thing. And I thought to myself, my God, what a mess. And if you come in there half engaged, not engaged, you're gonna be doing the same thing. If you're disengaged, you're not going to advance. The people that are engaged, people that are focused, they're going to advance in their career way past you. And if that's all you wanted, you wouldn't be here. The people that are still here, you can do a lot better. And the breakthrough thought that I had that helped me get promotions before I was allowed to have them, helped me get raises that the company prohibits me getting, but they gave them to me anyway. So I had senior managers that violated a lot of corporate policies because they knew I was fucking useful. And the framework that I had in my head that I want you to take right now and shamelessly steal this from me and go implement it immediately is your job at work is to not do your job. You're not supposed to go to work to do your job. You're supposed to show up to your current employer, and you're supposed to do your boss's job. Like your goal when you go to work should be like learning your boss's job, learning how to do your boss's job better than your boss is currently doing it. I'll say that again. Your job when you go to work is not to do your job, is to learn how to do your boss's job even better than your boss is currently doing it. And if you did that, and then step 2 is let him take all the credit for it. Go help him accomplish his goals, help him meet his metrics, let him take all the credit for it. Let her take all the credit for it if it's a female. Let that person take all the credit for it. Your job there should be to help that person get promoted. You need to help your boss get promoted, because guess what? If you help them, and you let them take the credit for it, when they get a promotion, When they advance to another level higher, who are they going to want to pull behind them? Who are they going to want to take with them? Who would they possibly recommend to fill the position that they just left? Oh yeah, you. And I implemented that to great effect. To great effect that within 4 months, the corporate policies at that time in the Walmart organization is you had to be there at least 6 months before you could have any promotion, before you could be a manager of any kind. I was there 4 months when I got that position, and I was only 18 years old. I was there 4 months, and I was 18 years old, and they put me in charge of two separate departments. By the time I was 19, 7 months later, I learned to do my boss's job so well again that I had a different person that I reported to, and I helped them so much that 7 months later they got a promotion. And guess who they demanded to fill their previous position? Oh yeah, I did. So at 19, I had keys to the store. I could order anything. I had the ability to fire some people. I had I had a large staff of people. Some people were 2 or 3 times my age. Some people more than 3 times my age. And I had to tell them, all right, this is what we need to do. This is your job today. This is what you need to be working on. And they gave me merit raises. They gave me all sorts of promotions and raises. And they violated the corporate rules to do that. After 11 months, I had a job that you're not allowed to have until you're there 2 years. So if you want to have those type of outcomes, if you want to advance in your current position, wherever you're at, I knew this when I was 18. I'm sure most of you are not working at Walmart. I know most of you have a lot better things going on in your current life than I did when I was still a teenager. I'm certain of that. But you know what? That holds up in any institution. And I have plenty of people that work in the medical profession, people that worked in legal profession, ton of business people, ton of engineers. If you're a fucking engineer, listen closely, man. If you're an engineer, engineers are not known for their social skills. If you were just a couple % better communicator, you would double your pay, and you would be leading teams. You wouldn't be working on a team. You would be a new team leader, and you would be a manager. If you're an engineer, you need to be here. You need to come to this so I can help you fucking dig deeper on that, help you with your communication skills, so you can get that promotion. You can get a substantial pay increase and take a lot more responsibility in your organization. And you'll be managing people that are more talented than you. And maybe that's not fair. They're going to say, this is not fair. I'm a better coder, or I'm a better this or that than he is. I can do calculus better. Guess what? Nobody cares. If you're a better communicator, you're going to be in charge. If you can't communicate your vision well, somebody else is going to be in charge. I can help you a lot. I can help you a lot with that. But any profession that you're in, your goal, if you're going to go to work, your goal is to do your boss's job. If you're working consulting, or you work in legal profession, your job is to what are the partners doing? What are the partners doing? How can I help contribute to that? How can I help them accomplish their goals and let them take all the credit for it, so they can recommend you later to join that team and be on board. A couple other thoughts here, quick. Another key thing for top performers. Another key thing for top performers is like, if you can climb to the top of your organization and ensure that you outgrow others there, you can do. And you need to build key social alliances. And the people that get ahead of the fastest, the people that make the greatest leaps and bounds in any organization, those are people that they're good at two different things here, and they vacillate between these two things. And here's the two things that you're going to need to do to be running the organization, to have real authority in your future. Is you got to be able to fucking find the other team leaders, find the other people that, even if they don't have the title, they're the real decision makers. They're the people that are making the driving key initiatives, getting shit done. They might not have a title. Not all of these people have a title, but they are the people that get things done. They are the key people in the organization that many of them are going to climb up later. And the best thing you could do to make sure that you do that is to vacillate between like being a social broker, meaning networking with several groups of people, networking with many groups within your organization, or even external groups that are outside of your organization. So you can be a key social broker. So you can have relationships with the team leader there, and the manager over here, and a leader of some other external organization that might be useful to what it is you do with, or what your higher ups are doing in your current organization. When you get yourself, when you network yourself into several of those groups in a way that you're respected, that they like you, they respect you, and things are fucking, they know they know they can trust you, um, you're going to have a lot of social capital there. And then the key thing is this is, these cycles, by the way, they'll last 1 or 2 years. For a year or two, you're going to go build those social relationships. And then after that, for a year or two, you're going to find a fantastic opportunity. And you're going to leverage all those social resources that you've created. You're going to leverage the relationships with all the people that you've befriended and legitimately befriended and networked yourself into within the organization. You're going to have a lot of buy-in for whatever you want to do. And if you want to do something outside of your organization, if you want to leave and start your own project by yourself, a lot of people would be happy to come with you. And you know who does this? A lot of consultants do this. A lot of legal professionals do this. A lot of people in the medical industry do this. Salespeople, marketing people. If you anything where you're dealing with the public, understanding these social skills of like how to fucking build those social relationships and build that buy-in from a team, and then transplant that team into a different context where you can greatly capitalize on that. I mean, that's how you multiply your income. That's exactly what you need to do to multiply your income. So if you'd like to do a deeper dive on that, I want you to join us in Manhattan. I want you to join us in London, whichever one's best for you. We're going to be able to do a lot deeper dive. I'm able to introduce you again. We have 2 full days together, 2 full days where I can introduce you to some of my mentors, some of the people that I've got guidance from that helped my life tremendously. Some of my peers they're doing extremely well. They're going to be able to help your life tremendously. They're doing fantastic, and they're going to help you do fantastic as well. You're going to meet Brandon Carter. You're going to have it's going to be dope, bro. It's going to be dope. Last couple thoughts here is like, how do you shortcut what we just talked about? How do you shortcut this to get from struggling for a couple of years to build that social network to kind of just having one handed to you? Well, dude, that's what we're doing. Like when you come to the Born to Be Rich conference, I'm going to teach you the specific skills necessary to build those vital alliances, to identify those opportunities, to capitalize on those opportunities, and perhaps most importantly, we'll put you in a room full of people, full of fucking potential allies that are, key allies, partners, mentors, employees, the exact type of people that you need to be around to build that opportunity and capitalize on it. And, if that's exciting to you, come to the Born to Be Rich conference. You can do this in March. You can cut 2 years fucking learning curve off your life and just put yourself in a room of fucking people that are absolutely dedicated, that are gangster top performers. They're going to help you get what you want, man. You're not going to get that without key mentors. I hope you take advantage of that opportunity. Final couple thoughts here before I go see my clients for tonight is, you got to be a prospector of opportunity, not an alchemist. And a person who tries to be an alchemist, a person who tries to find a piece of shit and turn it into a gold, man, you're going to waste your life. If you're fucking, you try to look, or you're just scrounging around the bottom feeder, trying to find a turd and turn it into gold. You can polish a turd, man, but it won't hold a shine. You're just going to get shit on your hand and smell funny and maybe get an infection. It ain't going to help you accomplish your goals. You got to be an alchemist. You got to put yourself in the right environments where the gold already exists. You got to dig your fucking pan into the stream and get a fucking scoop. And there's going to be some sand, and there's going to be some pebbles, and a little bit of mud. And if you don't see a gold nugget, throw that shit out. Throw that fucking shit out and get another scoop. And put yourself in the right environment though, where gold is abundant, where fucking success is abundant. Put yourself in an environment where you're going to be surrounded by a lot of fucking winners and a lot of people that are serious like you are to have the best fucking outcomes in their life, man. And you don't need to do. I guess one last story, man. It's like, one of my business partners, he was in the NFL. He's a football player, also a well-educated guy. He's got an MBA now as well. But, he told me once about a guy that he used to play ball with that said that, this guy is kind of old, kind of fucked up his money. The money that he got is, kind of squandered his money that he earned from his football career. And he said this dude's like, old, kind of broke. Body's breaking down from fucking, more than a decade in the league. And he's like, but this guy still gets laid left and right. He's like, why is he fucking 6 times better, 10 times better with women than a normal guy would be? And I'm like, no, man, he's not 10 times better. It's not 6 times better. It's probably a couple percent better. It's probably a couple percent more confident because he's a guy who's used to accomplishing his goals. He's a guy that pushed hard, knows how to go to work when he doesn't feel like it. When's the right time to go push through and push hard versus just find somebody else to do it, to outsource that shit to somebody that can do it better than you. And, when to go find mentors and coaches to help you do it instead. So, I told him, I said, think about it like this. Like, what's the difference between like a high level college ball player versus a professional player? Is that guy fucking 6 times better? He might have 6 times the outcome. There's some people that get 6 times or 10 times the outcome. But you're not 6 times better to do that, man. If you were fucking a couple percent better, if you were 3% or 5% better, you'd have a tremendously better outcome. And I'm gonna help you immediately get that 3 to 5%. So you can go out and have a tremendously better outcome immediately after a seminar. You're gonna be able to implement that stuff. You spend a weekend with us, you spend a weekend with each other, spend a weekend with my team. You're gonna be able to immediately go out there and start seeing an ROI on the time invested. And you ain't gonna be 10 times better. You just gotta be a couple percent better, man. A little bit better than you are now. A little bit better every day, man. So, look, last thought is like, how do you know if this is right for you? How do you know you're making a decision? Should I spend $497? Should I spend $997? Look, man, I don't really care if you do or not, man. The real truth is, I don't care if you spend fucking $497. Like, if I had, a little bit of money I get, I don't get the whole $497, bro. If a little bit of money I get, if you spend $497 or $997 to come to my shit, like, man, I spent that on dinner last night. A couple nights a week, I take my friends out to dinner. I invest in those relationships. I invest in my team. I spend more than that on dinner a couple times, 2-3 times a week, man. I ain't even going to notice. The truth is, I ain't going to notice. I'm not going to notice the contribution of that little bit of extra money. I'm still going to live in a baller-ass penthouse, whether you fucking come or not. Owen, he's still going to live in his mansion. Whether you come or not, Owen's going to live in a mansion. We're still going to fuck with Playboy Playmates, Maxim models. We're going to date beautiful women, whether you come or not, man. Don't matter. It ain't going to be going to affect my life that much. I didn't do this to hard sell you that you need to come to an event or do something that ain't in your best interest. But if you're the type of person that you're a serious performer, you want to fucking join the many other serious performers that already committed and joined us today. You want to be in a room with people that got a few $100 million, $1 billion net worth in the room, man, you should come. It's for that type of guy, man. But it ain't gonna make a huge difference in my life. But if you're an executor, if you want some guidance, if you know with just a little bit more guidance, if you just knew how to do that 2%, 3%, 5% better, that you could really get ahead in the world and help your life tremendously. And if you started down that path and seeing that happening, you're the type of guy that would double down. You get yourself in that fucking upward spiral of like taking action and getting success and taking action and getting success. Man, this is going to change your life. It's going to change your life a lot. Ain't going to change my life much at all. But if you're one of those type of guys, it's going to change your life a lot. And you need to be there if you're one of those guys. That's who I came here to talk to. I got a lot of respect for you. I appreciate you spending your time. There's a lot of things you could do with a couple hours of your time on a weekend. And I have a lot of respect for you people again. I appreciate you spending your time here. And I really want you to have the best, man. I want you to have the best life available. And, this final concept I'll leave you with is like, you guys heard the concept before, fuck you money. You probably heard that term, fuck you money. What does fuck you money mean? It means, does that mean you're a cocky asshole and you say, I got money, so fuck you? No, man, it don't mean that. Fuck you money means that you got enough money, you got enough financial abundance, you got enough resources that, you wouldn't have to work with somebody if you didn't want to. You wouldn't have to take on a project. You wouldn't have to go to some bitch-ass job and pretend some bullshit's important. If you found it really distasteful and you didn't want to be around it, you just wouldn't have to. And I want you to have fuck you money like that. I want you to have the type of money that like you wouldn't work with somebody that you didn't feel like that person respected you and had your best interest in mind. You'd rather tell them, nah, man, fuck you. Like, if you're going to be disrespectful, fuck you. I got plenty of money. I'll do my own thing. And, I was 33 when I had that. When I woke up, I realized on one afternoon, I was 33 and I realized like, oh man, shit. Like if I never work another day in my life, if I never work another moment spending my time doing some shit I didn't want to do, it don't matter because my lifestyle is sustainable. I got enough money that if I never make another fucking dollar, I could spend, I could live my current lifestyle, inflation adjusted, for more time than I'm going to be alive for, over 100 years. And when I realized that, like, that's fucking liberating, man. When I realized I ain't never got to do another fucking thing I don't feel like doing. I don't have to spend time with motherfuckers that I don't want to spend time with. I don't have to fucking pretend some bullshit's important to me if I don't think it's important. Man, I want you to have that type of liberation. I want you to have that in your own life. It ain't for everybody. Most people won't do the work, man. Most people, they ain't really serious. It sounds good. It's like the homeless guy I talked about earlier. That sounds good. Homeless guy, you know, he's like, hey, if you ask the fucking bums, hey, bro, would you like to have a lot of money and hot bitches in your life? Hot bitches fucking texting and calling you and trying to get some of that dick. Yeah, homeless guy, I'd like that, but he ain't doing the work to get it, man. So for those of you that can do the work to get it, man, I want to help you get some fuck you money. Not so you can be a fucking cocky bastard or just be rude to people, just so you don't have to do shit that you never want to do, man. So you can spend your time doing the shit that you most want to do. It's going to be most enriching and most fulfilling. And the other thing that I want you to have, and this sounds crass and I know it, but I want you to have fuck you pussy, man. I want you to have so much abundance with women. I want you to have so much abundance in your life in general that if you can't have a woman on your terms, if you can't have her on reasonable terms, you don't even want her. You would never spend your time with a woman that didn't treat you with respect, didn't treat you, give you the type of appreciation that a high quality man deserves. Now, if you're the type of guy that you want to have some fuck you money and some fuck you pussy, you're the type of guy that wants to have complete abundance in his life. You want to do whatever you want to do, go wherever you want to go, and not spend another fucking moment pretending some fake shit is important. Spending some time with a woman that's disrespectful, it doesn't give you the legitimate honor and respect that you deserve. And I want you belong to this event. I needed you to come here. I need you to make a commitment to yourself. You ain't invested in me. You're invested in yourself. I want you to make an investment in yourself today. I want you to trust yourself to come to this event and come meet me in person and come meet my team. Come meet a lot of clients that we helped and network with these guys and build relationships. Some of the most committed guys in the entire goddamn world. Guys that are flying from around the world to come to this event to invest in their future so they can have ultimate freedom, spend their time doing whatever the fuck they want. That's why I came here to talk to you. If you're one of those guys, I'm going to see you in New York. I'm going to see you in London. And I'm very fucking excited. I mean, I'm extremely fucking excited to help you achieve and exceed your current goals. Thanks so much for coming, man.